To the open book, where every voice matters, every story got layers, and every conversation opens something new. Turn the page, 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 turn the page. Welcome to the open book, where the real conversations flow. Turn the page, turn the page, turn the page. Every story got meaning, every perspective shows. Turn the page, turn the page, turn the page, turn the page. Late night talks with the smooth bass knocking, whole room tuned when the topics dropping. Authors, culture, real life views, open book vibes bring a whole new groove. No fake energy when the dialogue starts. Different perspectives play a major part. From page to podcast, the vibes stay deep. Real conversations every single week. Welcome to the open book, where the real conversations flow. Turn the page, turn the page, turn the page, turn the page. Every story got meaning, every perspective show. Turn the page, turn the page, turn the page. Every chapter different. Every voice got purpose. Every voice got purpose. Turn the page.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Saturday. I know it is early this Saturday. I went to bed a little early last night, so this morning I had to think to myself, I'm like, what is today? I thought I was late for work or getting the kids to where they need to be, but then I realized that it's Saturday, okay? But I was still up early. I'm like, no. So that is why I am up early this morning on a Saturday morning. Shout out to those of you who will come in this morning. I know it is early, but that will also watch the replay, okay? Make sure y'all come on in, you hit that like button, let everyone know that we are live. Also, if you would like to support the channel, you're welcome to send a super sticker, super chat, Cashapp, or buy a coffee. And those links are in the description field of this video. All right, so let's get into it. Now, on yesterday, if you all have not watched the video from yesterday, we did kind of go through some other type of receipts, okay, as far as some of Jason alleged, I'm going to say alleged text messages and looking at some of the wording there with his messages and some of the discrepancies with that. So make sure y'all tap in. We also looked at, what else did we look at yesterday? Oh, yes, the Wawa video. Okay. So make sure y'all check that out as well, because we saw some things in that Wawa video that we wanted to bring clarity to. And some people had not seen that video. So I wanted to show it. So for those of you who had not seen it, you are aware of the video that everyone has been talking about. Also, we look at Dro's IG account and notice that his sister, okay, has access to posts on his IG. So Lulu is most likely, and probably gave the information, I don't know, but definitely most likely not the only one that has access to Tyrone's passwords, to his social media accounts, and all of that. Now, that also kind of brought some things, to the forefront about the phone. Is it possible that they have info? And we know Lulu had access. Now, I don't know, maybe she passed on all of that, the phones and the info over to his sister, mom, okay. And now, hey, I don't know how long that went on, like before Tyrone's death. How much did they know? Because there were other someone mentioned it, but I also saw it when I was scrolling my YouTube page about one of the tarot readers saying that there was a tracker put on Tyrone where they were following his movements. I do feel that the changes that took place with Tyrone, as far as his bank account, as far as his insurance, some people did private. I'm not sure of how many people knew. Thank you for joining, being first in the building. That and thank you for typing in here too. I know it's early, y'all. I know it's early. I know I have some things I have to do today. So I said, as they wake up, they'll come in or they'll catch the replay. So thank you so much for joining. So yes, so that was something I was like questioning, how long had they known that, about his passwords and all of that. Lulu did set up the Long Live Dro YouTube channel, and we basically know she definitely has access to his passwords, okay, and videos, because she is uploading the videos onto that channel, or I should say, got help from one of Dro's friends to help her put that page together, because she was giving him a shout out, okay? So we know that they have access to his videos. We don't know what footage is missing from the trip, if Dro had recorded any of his trip after the whole cabin scene, because those were the last videos and pictures that we saw. Also, his cousin brother, Gabe, said that he had not spoken with Dro, and they talk every day. He had not spoken to Dro after 7 p.m. on December the 26th, which is also odd. Okay. So those are kind of some things to kind of catch you up before we head into the information that I wanted to share with you all on today. Now, as I stated yesterday, as we go through official documents, videos, and so forth, there are things that are going to stand out. Okay. And I just bring those things, out and talk about it as an observation. Nothing is meant as a personal attack, okay, or anything of that sort. We are just trying to highlight inconsistencies, things that just don't make sense, that are not adding up. Okay. Now, also, this live is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and is covered under the Fair Use Act. Information shared is alleged in our opinions as we react to various topics and people. Hey, my girl Stephanie is in the building. Welcome, sis. Thank you for tapping in. I was telling Protector 91, I know it's early, child. Okay. But I was like, let me get on early so I can get off early, because I had some things to do today. All right. So, y'all, let's get into it. So, okay, I think I'm going to go with the video portion first. Okay. Now, we already listened to Gabe's, his section here in Gilchrist, because we're going to take it back to the cabin. No, this is live. She said, is this a replay since the thumbnail was the same as previous? No, that was part one. This is part two. But thank you for tapping in everything, Gabby. Yes, I should put part two in my, hold on, y'all, let me do that. Hey, honey, 5K, so people will know, because we didn't finish. Let's see. Okay, so I just changed that, so some people will know it's a part two. Thank you so much. I noticed, look, for you to say that, you must do, because it was from a previous one, but we couldn't get into everything on that live. So I'm kind of breaking it up, because that was like a lot. When we started talking about what Gabe was saying, then we got to what Art was saying on his phone call portion. And so it turned into a long walk. I'm in the Army and I have my co-workers on YouTube. Oh, thank you so much, everything, Gabby. Shout out. Okay, to all the soldiers serving the country. Thank you for your sacrifice. And we pray God's blessings over you all. Thank you so much. And so today, y'all, we're going to take it and listen to the property manager. Okay, some things that he said. And then looking at the official Gilchrist Police Department fair report. Now I can say that I really wish Gilchrist stayed on top of this. Okay, you're welcome. Hey, Ray Ray from PA is in the building. Welcome, sis. Because they seem to be a little more thorough, even in their reports. Now, what we are going to notice, though, y'all, is when you think about some of the things that are stated in this Gilchrist police report and some of the things that are stated in GPD paperwork pertaining to Gilchrist, what happened there, I found some discrepancies. Okay. And I'm going to let y'all know because it's somebody lying somewhere. Okay. Hey, I just got to put it out there. Okay. So I'm being fair, my assessments and calling out things. So some things may be from both sides. Okay. And y'all look at it like that. So we just being very unbiased in our observation and just, hey, we see something that's not making sense. We have to bring attention to it because we want justice for Dro. That's what it's about. Anything that's being covered up or anything like that, I pray God exposes it so that we can truly get to the bottom of what happened to Dro. Okay. Good morning, Cakes Plus. Welcome. Thank you for tapping in. Yeah, I mean, Stephanie, hey, the Lord woke me up early, child. So, you know, when you up early, you haven't eaten, drank anything, your spirit is sensitive to catch stuff. Okay. I was like, uh-oh, hold up, wait a minute. Let's put some truth in it. Hey. Okay, let me stop. It's too early. All right, let's go. Pull up the first video.
Man, he said he had to wait across the street. He waited across the street and he watched her load it up. They were supposed to be out by 11. Mm-hmm. So he probably went out there to be like, okay, what's taking y'all so long to get out of it? He seen her taking the stuff to the car.
And neighbors saw her taking the stuff in.
To the car.
They heard the commotion and stuff first. Mm-hmm. And then they saw her moving stuff. They thought they heard him telling her to come back inside. But she's like, they say she yelled, she's not coming back inside. And they say they never witnessed him coming out at all. But
this is my son. He went from that to this. I seen the video. I'm on the video while he's decorating. I get the call. I drive down here, and this is what I get. Mm-hmm. So I want to share with you. That the same person you seen?
But I didn't ever get to see your son.
But you're seeing on the video, right?
I haven't seen the video. I just saw for us what he said.
Now, remember the other day, y'all, we talked about that part. That is the property manager that Dro's father is talking to. Now, to me, in my assessment, in my opinion, when even before he could look at the camera, or the phone, it looked like or seemed like he was on the defensive. Okay. Like this man was trying to find out what happened to his son. You're like, I haven't seen your son. Like, it's like he's just trying to be a little defensive and not really trying to help find some answers. Okay. And so I've noticed that throughout his interactions with the family. Now, also, he would not talk to the family without the police presence, just to kind of preface this with that. We also heard, let me see, what did we hear from child? Who was that? Oh, Polo. That was Polo the other day because we've been talking about all kind of stuff this week. I have to think of where it came from. But Polo stated that allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, Dro's mother had informed the camp people, the police department, not to release information to the Davis family. I'm not sure of how true that is. Okay. We do know that she was allegedly telling Lulu and Jason not to reach out to that family unless Dro doesn't make it. And then that would have been okay for them to contact the other side. Okay. Yes, very standoffish, that manager. Yes, he seemed very standoffish. I don't know. I can't put my finger on what that's about. I don't know if it was due to he didn't want like negative attention there at his facility because he's the manager, or wanted it to be like he's involved in any capacity or anything like that. So I don't know. It just came across very standoffish, in my opinion.
Let's see.
Yes, sir.
This is my son right here, bro. This is my son. How do you go from this to this? And this is the young lady. Hold on. This is the young lady. That's what he did. That's her. And you see the boot?
Yeah.
You see how big the boot? He never lets her drive. When she rides, I have since her surgery.
Oh, and y'all, let me give a special shout out. I just forgot this part. Let me give a special shout out to Nothing But the Truth. Okay, she is the one that released these videos, the body worn camera footage, the Gilchrist Police Department reports first. This was our first look at anything pertaining to this case, okay, as far as reports and videos. So shout out to her, and make sure y'all check out her channel as well.
I haven't seen her. She rides in the back seat. When she get out the car, we help her, even myself, and she ride with her leg prop and on the little scooter. But I'm gonna show you something like this. This young lady here. This is how we know. I was on the phone with him when this young lady came in. That's my son, bro. He really loved this girl. Why is my son here with no answer?
Why was he left on the side?
Why was he left on the side of the road for dead, bro? Where's the young lady? You probably know this young lady. Here she here. You know her?
Oh yeah, that's Lori.
Could you call her up here, please?
Now, he said that's Lori. At first, child, when we heard this, we thought he said, oh, yeah, that's Lulu. Okay, but we figured out he said, oh, yeah, that's Lori. Now, Lori is in that video with Dro, and he's decorating the white lady that pulls up into the truck, and she gets out and she's admiring it. She actually works there at the facility, okay? So he knew who that was when he saw the video.
Yeah, so like with our statements and stuff, like we'll definitely need our like subpoena or whatever for us to like release like our official statements. So we'll definitely need those.
Print your name, sex, race, of birth, address, phone number, print your name here, and then.
So he's saying that even before he can get Lori, even before he can give them a statement, the police department would have to get a subpoena. Okay. Does that sound familiar? Because clearly that's what GPD is telling anyone who's trying to request the public, well, they're saying it's not public, but the video camera footage from Papa John's, the cannabis store, the hotel. They stated that you would have to get a subpoena to view the actual camera footage. Okay. So it's like, on certain things are being shut down, and we want to be all technical and things like that. Now, the only reason I question that is the Country Inn and Suites video footage. That's not personal property. That's a cell phone footage. Okay. That's not personal property as far as the hotel itself. Remember, the person used their cell phone to record it. So that in itself should be allowed to be released to the public, because it's not directly from their cameras. Let's see. Stephanie said, I can't figure him out either unless he knows Lulu personally. He had no reason to not be accommodating to the family. Oh, my goodness. Exactly. What's the reason? There was no logical reason. He didn't need to be subpoenaed. That was him talking out the side of his neck. Not true. Yeah. And see, my thing is, how are you speaking on behalf of Lori? You see what I'm saying? Like, Lori, that would be her decision, in my opinion, if she wanted to help this family or not. Because Lori, she was really excited and really liked what Tyrone was doing. What if she knew the family was just trying to ask her some questions? She was like, oh, yeah, I mean, he was so nice. I would want to do anything to help the family. So how is he speaking up on behalf of Lori. Now, hey, if you personally don't want to say anything, because that's your right to remain silent, okay? I don't even know why, because I mean, sir, you weren't a suspect. But hey, if you want to be quiet, then I get it. But you have not even given Lori, okay? You haven't given her the choice to see what's what. He hadn't contacted his people to see, okay, can any of the employees speak on behalf of this situation? Because, y'all, it wasn't even a criminal case. It wasn't even opened up as a criminal case. They were just there to assist. The police was only there at this point to assist and be there while the family tries to ask some questions. That was it. It wasn't like this was a criminal case and he didn't want what he's saying to be where he's having to be called to the stand and all of that. He can't, unless she was hiding from the situation and asked that of him, which she may have possibly. I don't know. I don't know if Lori knew that the family wanted to speak with her because, the father just asked him about Lori. So that's why I'm like, well, why wouldn't you at least just check with Lori to see if she wanted to come up here and answer some questions? I didn't get that part.
Front and back, and don't sign it until you're done, okay?
So if you hit him in the back of the head, whatever rumor, whatever lifetime mystery, puzzle, whether it was an accident, then you say he stumbled out the car. Then you say he jumped out. And accidents happen. But quit lying, Lulu. Tell us what happened to my nephew.
Okay, now we have the other part to this. Because he goes into the parking lot because he started asking the family, y'all, to leave. Okay, that's what is so mind-boggling with this guy. It's like you weren't even trying to help them. You weren't even trying to help them. Then you didn't want. He got even more. His whole body language, You'll see it in this. Okay, so because she had kind of broken it up, so let's go to the next one. Yeah, she knows now, right? And Lori's husband, allegedly, her husband was in the comment section on Dro's Facebook underneath the videos. Now, I don't know for sure. Like I said, he said he was the husband, and he was just saying that was so sad what had happened to Dro. So, I mean, I don't know why somebody would come under their line, but people do some weird stuff. But he did say he was the husband of Lori. What's her holdup? She hasn't come forward. Makes me think she wants no involvement, but she can be forced to testify when we take Lulu's butt to court. Okay. Because really, if it ever goes to trial, some of this will come into play from Gilchrist because it's although it's across counties, his body was found in Alachua County. My thing is they were still here and something could have potentially occurred, whether it was the argument portion or what. That's all a piece of the puzzle. So all of that will have to kind of work together.
I do want to give y'all a lot of clarity on what was going on. A lot of y'all was asking who was those people in the last video with Tyrone's father. That was Tyrone's auntie, that was Tyrone's cousin, and a young lady who was speaking and advocating for Tyrone is his little sister. Now, this is very important because a lot of people felt like the Davis family really didn't do their footwork. The Gilchrist Police Department was very nice to the Davis family. In fact, they wanted to launch their investigation inside Gilchrist County because they thought something did happen in the cabin based on the motive. And the motive was Lulu was very angry at Tyrone because his ex-girlfriend ended up texting him or he unblocked his ex-girlfriend. And not only that, the people in the cabin heard a lot of commotions coming from Lulu and Tyrone. That was enough information for the police to launch their investigation to do a search of the cabin to see if a crime in fact took place inside the cabin. But no, Mr. Donald, the property manager, was acting like a crab. And I'm just going to be real about the situation. We be so money hungry trying to protect people's property. That ain't your business. The property manager even told the police officers that he wanted the Davis family off the property because they were bad for business. He said he don't want this situation to hit social media, and the officer was like, well, it's going to hit social media, but I'm not going to put it out because he said he don't want the cabin to have a bad reputation. Anyways, y'all tell me what y'all think.
I don't think a crime happened here, though. Is what I'm gathering.
So, yeah.
And that's a good point, y'all, that Nothing But the Truth made. Child, look, you protecting it. It's not like he owns it, okay? It's not like he owns it. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. Okay. And so it's not like you own it and you doing all of this. Hey, life is Nikisha Grand Rising, sis. Thank you for tapping in. So you doing all this for what? Okay. Because, child, you don't own it. They'll get rid of you in a heartbeat if something go down or if, baby, it replace you quickly. Okay, so that's another reason why it's very questionable. Okay, if they really look into this guy, I really want to know, does Lulu, being that she's had history is working with hotels and in hotels, that whole environment, does she know him from any point? Okay, does she know him? Also, the chains of hotels, the Marriott, okay? Because if I'm not mistaken, let's see, I think Country Inn and Suites, I think I looked this up before. No, I think it's the same chain. Okay. Did I look up one? Hold on. That could have been when I was looking at something else. I wanted to see if Country Inn and Suites was by Marriott, but it may be Radisson. Give me 1 second. Okay, that one is by Radisson. So my thing though was in this whole hotel type of environment and group, is it possible that she knew this guy or knew of him? I still go back to who planned this trip. Why this location? That's going to also break open a lot of things. If we find out whose idea it was to go to Gilchrist, to this particular postcard cabins, okay, that's going to actually help break open some things too. Exactly. And the property manager has the power to make that call. I just left property management after 15 years. He could have let them in. See, it wasn't rented out. It was being cleaned. That's what he stated. He said it was being cleaned at the time, and all of that. Now, when they got there, I don't know if another group of people had already rented it out, I think. And I don't know if they were still in there, but he may mention it in this video. Okay, let's see. Happy Saturday. Tea Lady Michelle is in the building. Welcome, sis.
There's people saying that they left.
Yeah, well, so
went to a hotel.
There was a reported disturbance. The manager talked to the female. The female was distraught and crying, but said everything was okay. She was the one that was loading and unloading the car. Nobody saw him leave after that disturbance took place. Nobody's really talked to him either. And then that was like 1 to 2 o'clock, and then at 5 o'clock he was found on the side of the road. So somewhere between we last knew he was here and then where he was found. Either he was fine then, and then
that's why
everything else happened.
That's why we need to find out if he did go to a hotel room, but who we can get surveillance.
Right. So they don't have cameras here.
And what about the car? Do we know what kind of car she was driving?
Okay, so he said they don't have surveillance there. at a big chain postcard cabins place, they don't have cameras. I don't believe that. Now, these officers, the reason why I really wish they were leading this whole investigation, notice they're thinking through her movements, right? The other officer even was thinking about getting the camera footage from the hotel because she said that they were going to a hotel. Now, remember with that other lead detective, see, he put off too much time. Okay. By the time he went to check out the footage, child, it was recorded over. How convenient. They only had the portion from the cell phone. Okay, that was recording the footage. And it left out the part with what happened at Lulu's car when the door started opening. It was out of view. You couldn't see anything. So these particular officers are thinking this thing through. GPD, Lord have mercy. Okay. I still do not believe that this place does not have cameras. I'm going to be honest. I really do not, and I don't know if they really looked into it or took his word at face value that they don't have cameras, but how are you securing your stuff? Okay, Marriott seems like, baby, you have to have insurance and things. How are you securing your property? Even when you have car insurance, they ask you, well, is it parked in a garage? You know, is it parked on the carport or is it on the street? Like they're trying to see different factors so they'll know how much to cover. Okay, like in the event or what the potential risk is. So if you have a whole Marriott chain, this ain't no bootleg super Super 8 hotel or nothing like that. Freddie's Freaky Hotels or something like that. I ain't trying to, say no names or anything like that, calling it bootleg because people might get offended. But random hotel, off-brand hotel somewhere. This is a Marriott. They have a whole website. Let me show y'all. This ain't nothing that's just okay. This is Marriott Bonvoy. Okay, child, look. These people ain't playing about their stuff. This ain't no cheap. Let's just say we want to go there. Okay, let's just say, let me look for the rate. Let's just say we going there today. Okay, these ain't no cheap rooms. $334 a night. Uh-oh, hold on. Let me reshare. Okay. Let me show y'all. She said we call ours the Peekaboo Motel. Not the Peekaboo Hotel. Okay, look at this. A 2-queen bunk, $334. Okay, if you want you a suite, $410. Okay, for a suite. This ain't no bootleg little little facility on the side. These people ain't gonna be charging these amount of prices if folks, for one, don't feel secure. Okay, come on now. I don't care if we're in the woods. Somebody, y'all better have some type of security. Something out here in these woods if I'm about to pay $400. Okay, I don't believe for 1 second people are already in. I don't think so either. Lulu doesn't argue with words. She throws, breaks, hollers, and fights. A person with no self-control is bound to tear up. Okay, come on now. They were rebuilding the cabin on the inside. She left in a rush. I'm certain a great cleanup occurred. Right, exactly. I read that one. They certainly have cameras on cars that enter and exit the area hidden in those woods. Ain't it funny? No one has cameras. Right. That's why I say that's a constant trend. How convenient. Okay. Because you can't make me believe that nobody there. Y'all know it's stuff in there to take. Okay. I don't care if you don't have a TV in there. Okay, you have some stuff in there. These people want to protect their property, or people will be walking out with all kind of stuff. Okay, and in the woods too. No, you got some type of cameras. So I don't know if they just took that at face value. Hi, Michael. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I don't know if they took his word at face value. It was like, oh well, he's saying they don't have cameras. Oh my gosh. I just that part just rubbed me the wrong way because I feel like he's still trying to hide something, sir.
What tag number? So I can pull it up on
I
block and
don't
see. Some cameras are good enough where you can see inside the car.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got records of that, but he said that anything else, we're gonna have to have a subpoena.
Well, we got her. Is it? I'll find out from the family. Is that the family over there?
Yes.
Did you get what vehicle they were driving? What vehicle they were in?
An Infinity. It's on a picture. Hers. The girl, the possible suspect. Yeah, it's her vehicle.
Where's she? Is she from she's from Orlando?
Orlando. Yeah, they don't have
her.
Is she all added into the car and all that? Let me look. The only reason I'm out to get on David, I'll do some LPR checks.
Would the investigation team be able to go in there and look to see if it's like blood splatters and stuff like that in the cabin?
Papa 634, 1 second. 016 65 10 00 1048. Good. Yeah, so we're starting an investigation. So we're having to go through everything, starting brand new. Obviously, we're just going to learn about this. So there will be everything that we can do, we will do. And so it's just starting off. I'm going to call our investigations, and we'll start going through everything and figuring out what we can figure out. Does that make sense? I know I can't give you a whole lot of answers right now.
Yeah, but I just want to make sure.
So family's gone. So what would next steps be? The subpoenas or?
Yeah, so if we can't get any information further than what you've already provided, then we need more information. So I'd like to talk to the witness that called you or texted you and told you that there was a fight or a disturbance. And then the lady who cleaned the room, I'd like to talk to her as well about what she found, if there's anything. You would think that somebody would say something, but then again, you don't know. Like, people come here and stay and party and stuff, so maybe it's not odd to see blood here or there. You know what I mean? Not that anything's negative, like with her, but just like sometimes, like if you see a lot, it takes a lot more to stand out to you to be like, oh, hey, this is weird. But if there's no cameras around here, then obviously we can't get cameras of them leaving or anything like that. But yeah, basically the people that saw them together, like that day, the person that called and said something about the disturbance, and then your the cleaner. Anything else?
And then you guys need access to the cabin, right? So that'll need to be in there, right? Okay. So yeah, so just whenever I get those, I would need to like scan those over to like our legal people, and we would just go from there.
So who is your cleaner?
Who are my cleaners?
Yeah, is your company?
No, I have built in there. Just like individuals from around Gainesville, High Springs area.
Okay. Do you know which one cleaned that one that day?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So Stephanie said all of this with the cabin boy and the cop is I feel like calls had already been made on Lucifer's behalf. This was to appease and they were to go away. Right, because y'all notice for the cleaning people, the witnesses, the witness information, the lady who works there, okay? He is saying that he needs subpoenas. Now, this had moved to GPD. So whatever happened to the subpoenas? To get that information. It was never a follow through on that. Okay? It was never a follow through on getting that info. Because that would have opened up a lot of other things, and to see if everyone's story was going to coincide too. See, this is another reason why I feel like this guy is kind of hesitant on letting them talk to certain people, because stories, if you ask people certain things when they're away from each other and they don't coincide, it's going to really look suspect. Okay, so if he had talked to that if the police had talked to that witness based off of what he's telling them, they didn't match up, that was going to look very suspect on his part. Okay, he's not willingly giving over that info. We'll see in the police report, okay, we're going to see in the police report that no police were called during that incident. No police were called. So really, it's just those people's word that they heard XYZ. There's nothing official with their statement. And now he's trying to hold back their, identity, who they are, and all of that. That boy doesn't even know what he was talking about. He was happy to use a big word he knew nothing about. Right, somebody he spoke with their legal team and all of that. I'm like, hey, Fantasy, good morning. Look, you finally made a live, girl. Okay. I know you have been busy. Welcome. Yeah. He talking about he just spoke to the team and he needs subpoenas. See, what that is to get people off kilter. So it delays the process. So let me just throw a little wrench out here. Oh, well, before I can show that, I need a subpoena, search warrant. So to see if, okay, they're going to follow through. Are they going to really go that extra mile and get those things so that they can come back and get it? I wish they would have, because it would have shocked him. But I do feel that he was given a heads up. Now, also, I think that before the family actually went down there, that they were calling. I think that was getting on his nerves too. They were trying to get answers over the phone first. So, when people upset, child, you and your emotions, this just happened. You're trying to figure out why, what happened. Probably got heated some moments, or, hey, he probably like, see, they already been with it over the phone. This is why I need the police to come up here. When they come up here, they gonna probably come up here trying to pop off. Okay, so I don't know how many phone calls were already made prior. And then if you have Dro's mother calling, I don't know. I don't know what was stated. Okay, so hey, it's a lot that went on behind that scenes that I think prior to the police coming this day and the family up here this particular day. Good morning, London. Welcome, sis. Thank you for tapping in. Okay, excuse me. Let's continue.
We don't need a subpoena for that. Can you tell us who that is?
For the name, I think I do need that. Yeah, from my understanding.
The police tried to give some pushback, y'all. They asked for the name of the cleaning company because he said they must be like an independent contractor. And the police said, oh, we don't need a subpoena for that. He paused. He said, oh, yeah, I think I'm going to need a subpoena for that. Oh, what? Okay, wait a minute. What? The police was trying. Okay. Yes, they were. So he picked the one big word he thought would make a difference. I wish I could have been there. Exactly. I'm so happy to be in y'all presence. Y'all can't hear anything? Can y'all hear me? I'm so happy to be in y'all presence. I can't wait to catch up on what I missed. And when it is announced someone has been arrested. Okay. Can y'all hear? Because I thought everybody could hear. Put a 1 if you can hear it, so we can tell Stephanie to go out and come back in. Oh my goodness. Oh, y'all can? Okay. Was I muted? Okay, you said now we can. Okay. All right, let's continue.
From just the call that I was just on, and we want to, of course, like we'll have her speak, but we want to kind of keep it away from the team as much as possible, if need be.
Ain't me away from the team.
Like where it's not impacting them.
Well, it's gonna hit the news. You know what I mean? Like a news outlet's gonna hit this. I'm not saying we're gonna put it out there, but it's gonna be, you know what I mean? Like if y'all trying to keep it low key, that's, you know what I mean? That's not. It's gonna be out of our hands if the news outlet gets this. Especially you got a man jumped on the side of the road. You know, the last person he was seen alive was here. But that's a possibility.
Okay. Do you guys know when we'll have those subpoenas?
We're working on it. It's not always the fastest process, but I mean, I'd like to have it today.
Okay.
And as soon as possible.
Okay.
Who does it need to be made out to?
To me, I mean, Donald Payne or
Are you the
to
owner?
the company. I'm the general manager for this property.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, is it okay to put the owners? I mean, not the owners, but
You can put Hotel Equities on it. Hotel Equities, I can spell it out for you if you need that, but Hotel Equities, that's our like managing partner.
I was thinking about, was it for a postcard or something?
Yeah, but that's the name of it.
Yeah.
You know what? I really wish Marriott, I don't know if they saw this video, but I need them to look into this because on the fly, I don't think they were supposed to be making anything out to him. Okay. Then you switching up the name and say, oh, or you could just put it. No. You what? You just said that you spoke to the legal department. Didn't they give you the name for the subpoena to be in? Why would they be making anything out to you, sir? Okay. And then if it's not to you, London said he's acting like a bodyguard instead of concerned property owner or whatever he is. Exactly. So that gave red flag right there. That gave a huge red flag as to why you saying make it out to you first. Okay. Yeah, he did. That's what he said his name was. But then all of a sudden, you're saying, oh, you can make it out to Hotel Equities. And then the police were like, well, wait, isn't it called postcard? Isn't it called postcard cabin? So the police, they're confused too. See, after they left here, you know they probably went and had a conversation. Okay. You know they probably went and had a conversation, child, because they feel that something is off with this guy. Just like we feel it, I truly feel that the police also felt like something is off. Okay. Yes, please tap the like. Shelly, is that you? And using somebody else's thing? Because Shelly, the main one that say, please tap the like, loves. Shelly, tell me if that's you or not. Because when you called me sis in the beginning, girl, I'm going to trip out of this to you. He is very guarded. Looks like he had something to hide, allegedly. Exactly. Oh, girl, wait a minute. Shelly, welcome, my sis. Shelly. Girl, wait. No, y'all, she's been having some problems with her phone. Girl, I was like, who is Michael? You know how I chose it, because I be thinking sometimes people are trolls or whatever, and not necessarily trolls. I think you were a bad troll or nothing like that. I was like, well, maybe Michael just helping us this morning. I was like, so thank you, Michael, you know. But then I saw Michael using all these hearts. I said, is that Lulu trying to pretend like she was Jason? Y'all know Jason and Joe text message proof that we looked at yesterday with all them hearts. I did go and ask my husband, now as a man, would you heart another man's coming? He said, no. I was like, but wait, she talking like Shelly because she acting like a mod, and she talking like Shelly. So is this Shelly? Oh, yeah, right, Stephanie. Girl, I did ask him too. Okay, my husband said it's a no. Oh, girl, you've been here all this is you. Oh my gosh, girl. Yeah, I was thinking right fantasy because we kind of know some of the people, Now, hey, I've been seeing some new names, so I kind of can tell if it's someone new, in the chat. But Michael came in very nice and everything, so I was like, Michael really telling everybody that I like that, But then when I said, now wait a second, only my sis talk like that now. Michael, are you Shelly? Girl, oh my gosh. Well, welcome. I said, Shelly Shells. Fantasy said I was wondering who Michael was. Oh, T-Lady said, I was wondering he have no mind stick. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. That is hilarious, y'all. I am done. I was wondering what everybody was thinking when I was speaking. They look, you could tell we family because they were speaking right back to you, but they were probably like, who is Michael? Okay. Yes, baby. She was saying hey to everyone. T-Lady said, I thought she was auditioning for a mod stick, girl. But wait, I was like, well, is this somebody that used to be a former mod? So I started thinking that at first. Then I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait. I've been waiting to see what else. Because at first, when I thought you were a troll, I was gonna block you if you came in here with some foolishness. So then I said, well, now it's a nice person because they're, welcoming everyone. Then I said, they acting like a mod. And then I said, well, wait, when when you said hit the like button, loves, I said, hold up. This Shelly. Okay. No, they would. Yes, Stephanie, you did tell me. She said, I said, and she blocked me, girl, because, hey, you know how I think, because I was going to block you. If I saw something that I said, wait a second now, is this a troll coming up in here? And when you said sis like that, I said, they trying to be funny. Girl, you see, I didn't highlight that comment. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Now that we know who Michael is, y'all, that took us for a loop. Oh my God, girl, I am crying over here. Oh my God. Here I am going right along. Right. Fantasy was speaking back. Y'all were nice though. Nobody treated Michael the wrong way. Right, London. I know my people. I be paying attention, baby. Come on now. All right. So the cabin boy was given a title that made him think he was somebody. Boy, your name is Cabin Boy, not Mr. Marriott. Come on now. Okay, so this dude, y'all, the police, they are trying. Micah. Look, I'm going to talk about Michael. Hey, turn the fireplace off. I was like, wait a second. You acting like you own the hotel. But y'all, that was a red flag. Okay, I'm going to rewind it just a little. Yeah, that's that Southern hospitality, child. I'm going to rewind it just a little because I want y'all to see how this is a red flag. And Marriott, they need to look into this guy because he could be falsely putting his name on stuff. Okay, come on now. This is a huge red flag. Let's take a listen to this part.
Is it okay to put the owners? I mean, not the owners, but
you can put hotel equities on it. Do you guys know when we'll have those subpoenas?
We're working on it. It's not always the fastest process, but I mean, I'd like to have it today.
Okay.
And as soon as possible.
Okay.
Who does it need to be made out to?
To me. I mean, Donald Payne or
the owner?
Company. I'm the general manager for this property.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, is it okay to put the owners? I mean, not the owners, but
you can put hotel equities on it. Hotel equities. I can spell it out for you if you need that. But hotel equities, this are like managing partner.
I was thinking about was it called postcard stuff?
Yeah, that's the name of it.
Yeah, we'll try to make it out postcard cabin.
Okay, that's what the postcard cabin's Gilchrist Springs to identify it. That's it.
Okay. All right. You got his name already?
Yeah, I got his.
Okay.
You said the people that are currently staying there, they leave at 1?
Yeah, and then we have someone set to come in at 4.
Okay.
Which we would need to, I guess, know, like, if we get the subpoena today, like, if we need to, like, cancel those guests, like, if you guys would be in there, you know, for X amount of time, like, we need to figure it out, because a lot of our guests travel in. They're not, like, locals or anything.
Right, yeah, no. It all depends how fast we can, how fast we get this paperwork.
We're sold out. Like, we're a very busy place.
Oh, that's a good thing.
It is.
What's the cabin number? Because we're going to need to put that on our paperwork.
Yeah. 20, right?
Lauren?
Lawrence.
That one cop, y'all, he was about to get an attitude. What's cabin number? Because we need to put that down in our paperwork. He is done with this black man. He said, what's the cabin number? Because I got to put this down on the paperwork. Shout out to T Lady Michelle. Come on through, sis. I appreciate it. She is now gifted 5 memberships. Oh my goodness. Welcome to all of the new open book members. You were already family, but now you are a member. Now, I can't see who you are on StreamYard, but welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate that. And thank you for being a sponsor for today's live. Right. I like that cop. Okay. He was getting tired of his foolishness. He was like, I got to hear that little part again. My thing is, a family is concerned about their deceased loved one, and he's he's a defensive and wants them off the property. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Hey, Stacy, I've been trying to give to Faithfuls. It keeps giving bushwhack. Yeah, see, that's the only thing. When we gift the membership, y'all, it gives to YouTube randomly selects. I wish you would let, it be like whoever you want to select, but it just randomly selects the people. And some of these people I don't even know. So sometimes you can have ops back there, people, so you just be like, man, but you grateful for the gift, the gifted memberships. But child, you be like, who are these people, Harpo? Okay. But it's all good. Thank you so much. So yeah, this guy, the cop, is done. Okay, he is done with him. I got to hear what that cop said again. He got an attitude with this man.
For X amount of time, like, we need to figure it out, because a lot of our guests travel in. They're not, like, locals or anything.
Right, yeah, no. It all depends how fast we can, how fast we get this paperwork.
We're sold out. Like, we're a very busy place.
Oh, that's a good thing.
It is.
What's the cabin number? Because we're going to need to put that on our paperwork.
Yeah. 20, right? Lawrence.
And then just for the family, like, they would just, like, have to, like, leave the property.
They've already left.
Yeah, I think they're back. So.
Oh, they are back.
Yeah, so we would just, like, have them, and we would just work with you guys as we, like, move forward to.
Yeah.
Come put the confusion down.
Yeah, I don't know. They did leave. I don't know what's going on now.
Now, before I end this video, I do want to give y'all a sneak peek on the next clip that I'm about to show.
We hear that, and we asked for his phone. I don't have his phone. I knew you guys were going to do this, and you guys don't even know what happened. And then she blurts out, he's the one jumped out the fucking car. And it startled everybody. The neurosurgeons are saying that the injuries, the trauma to his brain is not consistent with a slip and fall. He has a laceration in the top of his head. A big bruise in the top of his head. There's fracture in the top, fracture in the back. There's swelling on the brain, and they don't expect him to recover. Her story has changed a couple of times. She called one friend and said it happened at the cabin.
Yes.
And that she drove off to give him space. But then we thought to call the cabin today, and the the property manager said he was here Saturday. There were witnesses by the cabin that heard the commotion, argument. They heard banging, and then they never saw him. They did a knock on the door. She said everything was fine. Then the witnesses saw her loading the car because they were in checkout time. They never saw him. They say they thought they heard him calling for her to come back in. She never went back in, and then eventually they saw the truck drive out, but the witnesses don't recall seeing him actually get to the car. but the scratches that he has is to his back,
his head, all his back,
his head, and like there's nothing on the elbows, nothing in his hands, like where he would have tried to brace himself jumping out of a car or whatever.
Okay. You know if they use his vehicle?
Okay, so now I'm glad that she showed that as a segue into the paperwork, because what we're going to do, and we're not going to look through all the GPD paperwork, but there are some things that I wanted to show y'all, okay, in this Gilchrist paperwork, which theirs is shorter than GPD anyways, because they didn't have a whole lot to say. Good morning, Spec. Welcome. Thank you for tapping in this morning. So let me pull up. This is the one from Gilchrist. Okay, so we're going to kind of walk through, because I'm a visual person and I know we heard it, but the actual report gives more details. Okay, and so it's not too much. I don't want to go through GPD's child. It was so much. We ain't even went through all of that. All right, so it says details of investigation. So on December 29th, this investigator said, I responded to the postcard cabin's Gilchrist Springs business. He gave the address in reference to an assist citizen call. The caller, Shanna Davis, which is Tyrone's aunt, advised she was notified yesterday on December 28th that her nephew was in the hospital after being found on the side of the road by I-75 with blunt force trauma to head and no brain activity. Shanna advised he was staying at this location with his girlfriend, Kiara Davis, and that it was reported there was a disturbance at the cabin prior to them leaving the park. Shanna advised the park manager would not speak to them about the incident without law enforcement being present. Caller requested contact via phone prior to arrival. Now, as I was looking through this, y'all, one question that comes to mind right now, and I don't think I've ever posed this question until today, is who alerted Tyrone's family about the disturbance? Okay, I don't know if I've ever heard the answer to that. How did they find out about this disturbance? Was it through Tyrone? Did he call someone and actually speak with someone? Was it through Lulu? Which I'm wondering, would it be Lulu? Because would she want to put that heat on her? Or was it through Art? Who alerted the family? If y'all know or you've heard, let me know. Who alerted them of this domestic disturbance here at the cabin? He knew that man was putting together a bunch of words that made no sense. Right, London. Like, I don't think it would be Lulu, because it wouldn't put her in a good light. And I thought when Tyrone was trying to call his dad, he wasn't able to talk to his dad. I mean, Art knew about the whole hotel situation. So did Lulu tell him more? And he possibly told his family? Okay, so Ray Ray's thinking I'm going with Art, call the family. Okay, because I never think I posed that question until this morning. It hit me like, how did the family know about this domestic disturbance issue that took place at the cabin? Okay, so let's continue. So then the police said, I spoke with Shanna by phone. Shanna advised she was on the way to the park and that they were trying to talk with the manager of the park about an incident that happened last Saturday, December 27th, but he would only speak with law enforcement present. Shanna advised the whole thing was suspicious as Kiara's story of events kept changing. The police said, I then arrived on scene at the main office of the park and met with Shanna. Also present was Donald Payne, the manager, Tyrone Davis, Tyrone's father, Taquisha Davis, the sister of Tyrone, and other family. Now, let me also say, in this report, Lulu's name is listed. Okay, her name is on this report as others involved. How come Lulu's name is not listed on GPD's report as others involved? On that report, you had Tyrone's mother and you had Tyrone's sister, this same sister on that report. So Taquisha Davis is on both reports. Okay. I'm thinking Art or Dro called his sister that have all the info. Okay. So London think possibly Art or Dro called her and she knew a lot of the information. Okay. That family wasn't causing a disturbance as far as anyone knew. They could have been interested potential customers as far as other people were concerned. No need for removing them. Exactly. They weren't being hostile. See, he didn't want the heat or the pressure on him to answer any questions. What if they said, we want to check in, like you said? Then what? You going to turn away potential customers? Because they could have wanted to stay there overnight. Okay, so that's weird. That's why Marriott needs to look into this guy. This whole interaction, it is bad business. Okay, I'm going to be honest. It is bad business for your manager to be acting like that on the defensive, not trying to help a family with answers. They could have been potential customers. Okay, and he's all on the defense, okay? Paperwork not even reliable, okay? I feel like Lulu probably was acting like his sister when it came down to answering questions without being interrogated. Okay. You mean like when? With GPD or like at what point? So then it goes on to say Donald then began providing information on what he knew. Donald advised on December 27th, Tyrone and Kiara were scheduled to depart at 3 p.m. Donald advised around 1:40 p.m. I want y'all to write that time down, okay? Keep notes, okay? This said that he advised that around what time? 1:40 p.m. He received reports that there was a domestic situation going on at Cabin Lawrence, number 20, okay? So this December 27th, he said at around 1:40, okay? Now, let's continue. Donald advised he then went to check on the occupants, and as he went to the door, the female guest walked out and looked to be crying. Donald advised he asked the female if everything was okay or needed assistance, to which he advised he was told that everything was fine and that she did not need assistance. Donald advised the female then began to load items into her vehicle. Donald advised he then went and parked at another cabin to watch and make sure everything was okay. Interesting. Okay, so let me show y'all one thing. Okay, so this is Tyrone's video. Let me share this. This is Tyrone's video, okay? Now remember, Donald said he went to park so that he could sit there and watch, which is odd. If the young lady is telling you everything's fine and she packing up her car, that's weird. Why are you sitting there to watch? And I also want to know, Donald, okay, where did you sit?
Did it with sticky notes. You had to stop. You like, I know that's not what I see.
I saw it. I thought you doing something earlier.
Mm-hmm. You like,
it really comes to life.
It's a bit. I love a creative. For it's super creative. Super creative.
I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. No, she's not coming yet. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Merry Christmas. I was stabbed by a wife and who She put her shit over. She like, what's going on? She like, I like that. I like that.
Now,
thank you.
okay. Notice what across the little road right there. Do y'all see a cabin? A little parking area? Because what it is, and I want y'all this time as you go through this, okay? I want y'all to pay attention to what's around. If it's any space, because these cabins, y'all, are not close together. Okay. They're not. They're also separated by what? Trees and things. Okay. So pay attention to around the cabin, park. What would he possibly park to see?
I did it with sticky notes. You had to stop. You like, I know that's not what I see.
I saw it. I thought something you did something earlier.
Mm-hmm. You like,
really?
Can't park on that.
it's a bit. I love her creative. For it's super creative. Super creative.
I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. No, she's not coming yet. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Merry Christmas. I was stabbing my wife.
Christmas Day. Okay.
She put her shit over. She like, what's going on? She
but
like,
I
like
wanted y'all
that.
to
I
see
like that.
the area. No cabin across. Couldn't have
Thank you.
Okay, it's no cabin. It's trees. It's woods. On the right side, it's woods. On the left side, it's woods. Okay, so you would have to kind of look through trees to see anything. So you weren't parked directly across to even say, oh, I was just sitting there waiting to see when, and then all of a sudden I had to leave. I'm curious to know where he parked to watch. Because this lady pulled right in, and that's right in front of Lulu's car. Okay, so they have like these little driveways. Like, okay, let me show y'all something. Okay, let me make sure y'all can see this. So these are like the cabins. So notice they're secluded because they're cabins. They're supposed to be kind of secluded, right? So they have their own little spots, kind of tucked into their own little wood area with the park benches and things of that sort. So everyone has their little space off the road, right? So notice in these pictures, there is not a cabin or a driveway that's just right across because it's supposed to be romantic. Look at around this whole little side. It's woods. Here's an example of one. It's woods behind it. But if you want to get into your little tuck cabin area, you drive off of the road into that driveway. They all have this little driveway area that you have to drive down. Okay. So for you to go and park, I'm trying to figure out where did you go and park so that you can watch this couple in their interactions when around each cabin you have woods and there's no cabins across the street. If that makes sense. Okay, so you're gonna be looking through trees. Let me see if I can find another one. But y'all get what I'm saying. It's like trees around, the woods are around. So I'm still wondering, where did he supposedly go and park? Okay, these are just the inside. Baby, I would feel claustrophobic in these rooms. For these to be the suites, $400 or $300 some dollars a night. Ooh, child. I would be claustrophobic. I need a bigger look. I would have to get this 88 the 88 cabin size so I could feel like I had some space. See how it's woods around the cabins and you have the little driveway to drive up to yours. So where again did he park? I'm just really trying to understand, because my visual was you went and parked in a little driveway across the way so you could watch, but I can't see where you park for you to have a good view if there are nothing but trees. Okay, and where these other witnesses were staying, because the cabin's not just right next to each other. For them to be hearing all of this, okay? Yeah, so I just want to show y'all that. All right, let me go back over here. Let's see. London said, nope, I looked on Google and there's no way he could have parked somewhere to watch her unless he was right there. Exactly. That's a question, a wondering. The police should have asked him, okay, now show us a map. All right, so the cabin was right here. So exactly where did you park? I'm curious to know his answer. Because they do have map layouts. They do have, like when you go to these facilities, they have maps there where it shows you where your cabin is, okay, in relation to other cabins, in relation to other things that they have there, you know, amenities and things for you to do, all of that. So I would have asked him, where did you park? Here's what really happened. He asked her if she was okay. It is a tiny home experience. Child, I'll be claustrophobic. Here's what really happened to Cabin Boy. He asked, are you okay? Lucifer turned in her rage and said, get the F out of here. Now she turned that rage on and said, get the F out of here. He ran, then made up the rest of his story. Girl, you crazy. She said, get the F out of here. Baby, okay. He was sitting there watching. You wasn't sitting there watching. That would be weird. If you're not gonna help, what you I just said I was fine. Okay. So then it says he advised he was there, y'all. He supposedly sat in this imaginary spot for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I guess he's security. And never saw the male leave the cabin. Donald advised, now check this out. Here's where that convenience factor comes into play. Remember, we've been saying throughout this thing, it's a lot of convenience. Then Donald advised he went to handle another issue. And when he came back, the vehicle was gone. Oh, really? How convenient. Oh, and how convenient, no cameras. Oh boy. So now we don't know if Tyrone was really in the car because there's no cameras, and oh my gosh, you left. Your little eyes could not keep track of Lulu's car. So you don't know if Dro was in there. Oh, that's why you said, I've never seen him. Donald advised he spoke with the 2 people. Clock it. I need y'all to take notes. How many people? He said he spoke with 2 people. Clock that number. Who reported the disturbance, to which he advised they reported hearing, arguing, and yelling. Now, pay attention to this part too. From both. Now, both of these reports, I'm noticing, this report is more tailored towards favoring Lulu. The GPD report, when it comes to Gilchrist, is almost favoring Tyrone and how Lulu is the aggressor. This one is like Dro plays a part in this as well. It wasn't just Lulu. Okay, so clock those differences that we're going to see also. I noticed that it was in favor more so of certain individuals. He wasn't banking on OB figuring out this. Okay, clock it. He said 2. Okay, thank you. So we taking notes. Now, then it says that it was reported the male voice could be heard asking the female to come back inside. And the female said no, she was not staying. Now, y'all, think about this. And he said all this took place over 30 minutes. Now think about this, okay? He said at what time this was reported? 1:40. 1:40, right? Now, originally, I'm going to say allegedly, Tyrone and Lulu thought that their checkout date was on the 28th. But supposedly they were told, no, your checkout date is today. Now, checkout time is 11 a.m. Okay. They requested a late checkout for some reason. Okay. Maybe because it caught them off guard or whatever. Now, he's stating that at 1:40, when this was reported to him, he went, asked her, is everything okay? Never saw Dro, saw her packing the car. He sits, he watches, he goes and handles something else for 10 minutes, comes back, and Lulu's gone. Now, y'all, I want to ask y'all this question. If they were already supposed to be out, now they're on late checkout time, why would Dro be inside of a cabin saying to come back in here? And Lulu can be heard saying, no, I'm not staying. Well, Dro ain't trying to stay either, right? I thought y'all had to hurry up and get up out of there because y'all supposed to be leaving this cabin. So why would he be trying to get you to come back inside? That would not make sense. He would be helping you hurry up and get the stuff out of the cabin so that y'all can go. Okay. Let's see. I thought they had to check out. London, come on now. Come on. I'm telling you, that part's not making sense. Hey, LG. She said, according to Art, Dro tells him their checkout time at 5 a.m. Saturday. So that would be another lie right there, too. Another inconsistency. Because if Dro telling, okay, we got to check out. And why would you have to check out at 5 a.m. on Saturday? Checkout time is not until 11 a.m. Okay, so when y'all supposed to eat, take your showers and stuff, get your stuff ready to put back into the car and all of that. Okay, so that does not make sense if y'all supposed to have been out of there at 11 a.m., but then all of a sudden, this guy is saying, Dro is saying, or the witness, the person was telling him, they said, Dro was saying, come on back in. She said, no, I'm not staying. Well, he not staying either. Okay, so that doesn't make sense. That's just another inconsistent statement. Yes, the lies, London. I'm like Candy Birds. The lies. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna download that GIF and put that up every time we get a clock a lot. Okay, these people need to quit trying to play on folks' top. See, they didn't know that one day on May the 30th, 2026, that we will be sitting up on the live going through this paperwork. Okay. Shout out to Nothing But the Truth. Okay. Girl, you did your big one getting out. Because we clocking everything. We ain't even hitting y'all all of the lies that I found just this morning. It only took me 10 minutes to read through this again and found a few more lies. I ain't even really woke up good and was clocking some lies and things that just don't make sense. Like, seriously. Okay. From the tree he jumped up when her head spun around. Okay. Yep. That's what Art says. His last conversation was with Dro. Oh my gosh. Did he disappear between the time reported argument until no one's seeing him seeing them packing? Yep, he said he had left. Remember, he said he went to handle, how convenient, another issue. Then when he came back, Lulu's car was gone. Okay, let's see. London said if they ever go to sleep, imagine this trip got my anxiety through the roof. Girl, that part, with all these supposedly conversations, people talking, taking pictures, they outside. At what point did they sleep? Hey, Nothing But the Truth is in the building. She said, okay, Art said he called Lulu, and Lulu told him she was packing, and he never heard Dro in the background. So when did he call Lulu? Because Lulu Is she packed? If she was packing, he would have heard Dro. Exactly. Where was Dro in all of this? I'm telling y'all, it's so weird. I have never seen a person so present online, but around this time they got ghosts. You see what I'm saying? It's too many times that no one has seen Dro. And supposedly these two, clock this, two witnesses in this report heard it. But same two witnesses that he said the police couldn't talk to unless he got a subpoena. Okay, he's speaking on behalf of everybody. They ain't even gave him, he didn't give those people a choice whether they wanted to be involved. Okay, I'm telling you. Let's see here. Isn't that something in 2026? You can get a ticket with a picture of your whole car when you park trying to get your hair done, but cameras don't exist anywhere in Gilchrist and Gainesville. Girl, you are right about that. Child, you can get a whole picture of your car if you're driving on the highway going through the toll. But we ain't got a picture first to show what happened to the truck. Girl, clock it. I'm telling you, these people think we crazy. Okay. And they wouldn't have cameras for their guest safety. It's crazy. Exactly. No one would want to stay there if y'all don't have no cameras or a security guard. He acted more like security than the property manager. Okay, who up here managing the property while you sitting in the bush? While you sitting in the bushes in the trees somewhere watching this lady pack up a car. Okay, for 10 minutes. You could have been at the front desk issuing refunds, helping to check in, helping with bags or whatever. What kind of property manager does that? You acting like security. Is he really the property manager? Marriott, we need you on the line. Okay, Marriott, y'all need to check into this Donald Payne because we don't know if he is security and posing as he's the property manager or what. He out here doing some foolishness, waiting in bushes, watching y'all customers, saying y'all don't have cameras like y'all are a ghetto hotel. Okay, trying to have paperwork, subpoenas sent to him in his name first, then switching it to other companies that I'm hoping that y'all own, because I don't know who Hotel Equities is. He claiming that he done spoke to y'all legal department. We don't know if that's true. She said this wife is telling me after whatever went down at the cabin, Dro wasn't heard from that cabin. That's what, yep. And that's what is so mind-boggling. Like, seriously, where was Dro in any of this? Okay, because clearly nobody has seen him at this cabin. Now, we know at some point, though, he is there. Okay, we know it's Christmas. There was another witness that saw him out there. We saw the decoration. So our eyes are not deceiving us on that. Okay, we know he was there at some point. So we ain't saying he didn't go to the cabin because we saw that with our own eyes. The lady was out there as well, right? So, and really, to be honest, she would be the only witness that I'll take something from that actually spoke with Dro and pulled up on them. This guy here, I don't know, because I don't know if you sat out there, because where you sitting is nothing across, no parking spot or nothing. You would be blocking the road if you pull back out. Okay, there are trees and bushes and things all around. So we don't even know where you parked. I'm questioning his whole statement. Okay, Donald Payne, we need you in the principal's office. Right, we need you to come to the front of the line. Sir, that's not making sense. Why would Dro, and really he's saying the witness said this, but why would he be trying to stay and get Lulu to come back inside? He's trying to leave also with her. Okay, and there's really no camera there, no telling what all happened there, even outside the cabin. Right, if it's really no cameras, Lord, that could have been the reason why it took place here. Whose idea was it to go to Gilchrist, these cabins? Okay, did they know? Because see, the thing of it is when people do things, y'all, when you have people robbing houses, kind of setting folks up and stuff, that stuff is thought through. Okay, people don't just go into a house and rob it. They canvass it. They sit outside. They kind of watch the movements of the people. They kind of see where the camera's located. They have a ring camera. Do they have a camera outside in the back? Somebody, if this place really does not have cameras, knew that. Okay, they would have known that already. This cannot be a random place that they selected to go to on this particular weekend. So whoever, that's why that's important to know, whose idea was it to go to Gilchrist, to this cabin? That's going to give some answers as well. Okay. Don't forget about the couple who was walking and also watch her move her things out by herself. They never seen Dro either. Hello? They didn't. Nope. Didn't someone say she left quickly on the road? Yeah, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that because that part is in the GPD paperwork. And I want to show y'all some things there. Okay. And that's why certain things I want y'all to pay attention to in this paperwork, because when I went back and just looked at that snippet, there are some things that's not lining up. Okay. So in this particular paperwork, remember we're clocking, he said 140. He also said 2 people. Okay. Reported that. All right. So then it says Donald advised this took place, excuse me, over 30 minutes. Nobody reported to seeing the male leave the cabin, but the vehicle was gone and nobody present. Donald advised the cabin had already been cleaned out and new occupants were staying in the cabin. Donald advised nothing was reported out of the ordinary in the cabin by the cleaning person. Donald advised he could not provide any names or more information without a subpoena. Now, the family advised Kiara was wearing a boot on her foot due to recent surgery. The family also reported that Tyrone was the one who did all the lifting and driving. So for her to load all the property into the vehicle and drive the vehicle was highly out of the ordinary. Shanna advised Tyrone was found on the side of the road and she was nowhere to be found. Shanna advised Kiara showed up at the hospital later and mentioned Tyrone jumping out of the vehicle, and she left to go to get gas. Left to go to the gas station to separate. Shanna advised Tyrone was listed as John Doe at the hospital due to nobody being around when he was found and no identification. Okay, I'm going to have to say that's not true. Okay, that's not true. We saw with our own eyes on the ground next to Tyrone, he did have identification. So we can't say it was due to him not having identification. Okay, he had it. Now, whether they brought him in because of the whole trauma situation and put him under a trauma name until they found out what happened to him, that's a different story. But he had identification. Also with that statement, something else that is not consistent is with the couple statement, because they also said Lulu walked up. When the ambulance arrived, they said she walked up trying to explain things and so forth, right? And then we also have from the paramedics, I believe on their report, they stated that she was acting like the sister or said she was the sister. Now that part, y'all haven't looked into that report and really gone anywhere with that. But she was there and would have told them that it was Tyrone. So I don't know if they were mistaken and said that no one was there. But I mean, you have the fire station people that pulled up, or whoever the first responders were, on their report said that Lulu walked up. And then the couple also said that Lulu came up as well. Let's see here. Did they leave after the argument? Did he check into the hotel first? Which argument? Because they supposedly left after the argument. Mm-hmm. Did Jason come to the cabin? Her knight in shining armor. Okay, because hey, his alibis didn't clock. Okay, because child, he got to come up with something else. We didn't already debunk that was not him in the videos. She said she had talked about that previously as well. That's not him on those videos on his page. So we still don't know what Jason was. Okay, so try again. The text messages are not adding up either, Jason. So try again. You still on the list. Where were you? Why didn't you answer the phone for Dro? Okay, so those things are suspect. Those are still suspect. We don't know where Jason was, and we don't know if this was his idea. If we find out that this was your idea to take for them to go to this particular hotel in the woods, Jason, you will definitely be at the top as someone that's planning this all out. Okay, whoever came up with the idea for them to go to this particular place says a lot. Nothing but the truth said they can't prove that it was Dro yelling. They heard a male yelling, hello. If nobody ever saw Dro, how can you match a girl? You better say it again. How can you match a voice with someone you claim you never seen? You don't know how Dro talk, right? How would the witnesses know it was Dro? They didn't know that man, so how would they know his voice? That's like if y'all, okay, say for example, y'all just randomly saw me outside, okay, somewhere, and y'all just hear a voice, knowing that y'all had not heard me online before, and y'all like, I think that's open book, or something like that. Like, you can't put a voice to a person if you've never seen the person. So all of them are saying they've never seen Dro. How do you know it was Dro's voice? That is a very good point. All this could have been staged. Why Dro is not outside the cabin trying to stop Lulu from leaving? No one never seen him. Exactly. That is a very good point. Dro had to be gone from the cabin because if Art ain't hear him in the background as she was packing to leave the cabin, where the hell was Dro? Okay, come on now. Okay, I know you will wake up and be up in here at some point. Help me think this through. Girl, this not making sense. I'm telling you. See, this is why she ain't give them Dro's phone. It would prove Dro's location and Lulu's location would align that morning. Yep, now that's true. She definitely was not giving that phone, the real phone, over because it would have clocked his location. I think we were talking about that yesterday as well. That's a very good point. The male voice could have been anyone. Hello, because why would a conscious Dro allow Lulu to pack and load the vehicle alone? And y'all, we can clearly tell the difference when Dro packs a car and when Lulu packs a car. I have definitely been lining up those trunks. Okay. So the trunk with the BMW, I put a picture of that, okay, side by side with a picture with Lulu, okay, no, with her car. That's what I meant to say. When her trunk is open right there at the cabin, when this lady walks up, right, and you look at that trunk and you look at the trunk of the BMW, you could tell Dro packed that car. But when you look at the pictures at the hospital, you could tell Lulu threw that stuff in there. It is not the same packing. Okay? Even the great thing, let me tell you, when me and my husband go out of town, my husband packs up the car. He has a strategy, something about packing cars and things that men have that women, we kind of just, well, here, let me put this bag right here. Let me put this. They strategize for some reason. They got to see, okay, I'm going to put big suitcases here. I want to put this here. So to me, they strategize on how they're going to pack. It was nice and neat. Okay. Well, at the hospital, how that car was, no, I don't think Dro had nothing to do with that. That was all Lulu. She just threw that stuff back there any kind of way. So, which also confirms where was Dro during that time. Hey, Barbara, welcome. Thank you for tapping in. And y'all, Michael is Shelly Shells. Okay. She's just under that account till she can get back into her account, your phone. Yeah. So that's a very good point. All right. So then it says, so yeah, he had identification. Shannon advised Kiara showed up later saying she was the fiance and was asked to provide next of kin. The family mentioned that Kiara said she went back to the cabin yesterday. Now, notice this. That's two people saying that Lulu told them that she was going back to the cabin. Jason said it and the family said it. So did Lulu really tell them that she was going back to the cabin? I mean, that's two different people saying that Lulu said that. Exactly. He wasn't seen or it can't be proven it was his voice. So the question should be, what man was in the cabin? Okay. Hey, Miss Lady T, welcome, sis. Remember, they've been arguing all morning. The witness maybe heard a male yelling, chill out, and Lulu yelling erratically. They had to be loud as hell. Remember, the cabin set in the back. Exactly. Well, it is what it is. That's what Donald is saying, but I'm questioning Donald. Okay, we don't know if the names had just switched and they put it in a different name. If he knows her or anything like that, child, I don't put nothing past him. Okay, they could have put it in a fake name and said that somebody already rented it out. See, they would have to dig. The police department would have to follow up and dig to find out if all of that was legit. They would have to say, okay, who was it rented out to? And verify against receipts, against paperwork, that those are real people that checked out that cabin. You see what I'm saying? They never got to that point, though. They're taking all of his words at face value. They didn't get the subpoenas and go back. So none of this has been looked into in Gilchrist. Now, in GPD, seemed like they were doing more of the follow-up on the leads they were getting. But here in Gilchrist, this manager, he shut down a lot of stuff. Okay, so what damn cabin Donald was at stalking? That's what I want to know. Because, girl, I don't know if you came in here when I was showing the picture. It's nothing across. It's nothing across the way for him to be parking. Like, okay, if you look at this one, it's not like there's a cabin across the way where he could pull up into another driveway and watch. There are trees all the way around this.
I did it with sticky notes. You had to stop. You like, I know that's not what I see.
I saw it, I caught something. You doing something earlier.
Mm-hmm. You like,
it really comes to life.
It's a bit. I love her creative. For it's super creative. Super creative.
I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. No, she's not coming yet. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Merry Christmas. I was stabbing by a wife who she put her shit over. She like, what's going on? She like, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, where you gonna park?
Thank you.
Okay, you ain't parking in the trees, are you? You're not gonna park in the trees. Okay. So then it says, okay, so where was I? Okay, fell from the vehicle. I read that. The fam, did I read this part? Okay. Hold on. How did I lose my spot? Okay, Donald advised nobody. Oh, yeah. So then Donald advised nobody showed up yesterday and new occupants were already staying in the cabin. The family pointed to this as another inconsistency in Kiara's statements of the incident. So, like I said, is that a coincidence that Jason said that, Lulu said that, and the family said Lulu said that as well? Tyrone Davis Sr. advised he spoke with Kiara at the hospital and that she said Tyrone Davis Jr. fell, but she did not see him fall. Y'all, this part here is so, they could have told that this girl was doing too much. Senior advised Kiara said Junior must have fallen when he got out of the car, but that she did not see him fall. So on that part, she said when he got out of the car. Senior advised last night Kiara was refusing to turn over Junior's property to the family. The mama told her not to. Okay. And that they did not know what happened. And then now she's switching it that Junior jumped out of the vehicle. So she switched it from he possibly fell and she didn't see him falling to he jumped out of the vehicle. The family advised this was the first time this account was given, and everyone was taken aback by it. The family advised Junior was found on December 27th around 5:46 p.m. by I-75. Taquisha advised she spoke with Officer Wilson, and he provided that GPD case number. Senior reported that Kiara also said that Junior tripped and fell at the cabin after a dispute about a grandbaby. What? Okay, now I don't know if it meant his grandbaby, Senior's grandbaby, which would be Tyrone's son, but it's too much tripping and falling. Okay, that statement came out of nowhere. We done went through, oh, he possibly fell. I didn't see him. Oh, he jumped. Now, oh, he tripped and fell at the cabin. What? And it was an argument about a grandbaby. Senior was saying all the different stories of the events led him to believe something bad happened and he wanted to know the truth and ask for answers. The family advised there was a history of domestic violence between Junior and Kiara in the past and that Kiara had been arrested before. Now, between the two statements, remember when Dro's mother gives her whole overview and character witness to Kiara, it says something different. She said they did not. Originally, she said, because she changed it. Originally, she said they did not get into domestic violence situations, that Kiara was very caring for Dro. Okay? She was a great girlfriend to him. Now, at the end, it changed in that GPD statement. But on here, the family is saying that they have had some domestic violence situations and Kiara was arrested. However, that arrest report has been sealed. Okay, it has been sealed. Right, exactly. He seems like he's lying. The way the car looked with Lulu is exactly what the cabin looked like when she abruptly departed the area going the wrong way. Okay? Think that the manager already knew the smooth criminal and helped her cover this up. Ooh, Donald lying like he knew. Hello, like he knew her. I'm telling you. I completely agree, and they do know one another. That's what is given. It is what it is. Said, I wonder if the video she took filming the inside of the cabin when she went back was to make sure everything was clean. It is what it is. I was going to get to that because we've been trying to figure out at what point did Lulu take that video. Now, I thought about that, but then I was like, the video was uploaded on the 26th. Okay, let me verify the date just to make sure. See, yes, it was uploaded on the 26th. Now, I don't know because it's a possibility, and I'm going to show y'all the video. It's a possibility that she could have possibly edited the video and added it, edited her post and added the video so that it could look like it was uploaded on the 26th. Because this post was edited, okay? Because they were both saying, she said she was going back to the to the cabin. But y'all remember, we didn't really know about the hotel at one point until information started coming out from these GPD reports and what Arthur has said about what Lulu told him. And they were going to go to this hotel, right? Now, this post was edited 22 weeks ago. I don't know if she added this and it was actually another day, but what you can tell is when you look at her image in the video, you'll see she has on that black little jumper suit that she was wearing. I think it was the same one in the police videos. And I think Nothing But the Truth says she thinks it's the same outfit. I can definitely tell it had to have been on the same trip. The reason I know that is the hairstyle is the same and her nails are the same. Yeah, the mom said not to because it was they're playing from the Miss Lady Tina playing that sister down with it too. Uh-oh. Can we get the likes up? Let's go. Let's go. It is for free. Double tap that screen. Okay, that's all you have to do. I feel like she is too. Uh-oh. Plus big tie, big goofy tail. You silly should have got his A to drove. Okay. I was just crazy. I'm just clicking. Did the family see footage of Tyrone leaving the hotel? Because if they didn't label the case as criminal, they would go looking for footage of his last whereabouts. I think it's no footage. Hello? I don't think so either. That's probably why they put everybody on the goose chase talking about y'all got to go to court, get a subpoena to get this video, that video. What? Have y'all seen the video? Okay, what all did y'all see? And the thing of it is, they were only looking for Lulu's car in the videos. What if there was another car involved? That's all we're saying. Okay, they're not looking for anyone else because they didn't have reason to. All of the focus was on Lulu. Okay, but now as we're looking back, there are other parties that they need to look to as well. That's all we're saying. Look into it. Verify alibis. Okay. And who came up with this trip to Gilchrist, this particular location? That's something to think about. Hey, Pandora, welcome. Happy Saturday. She went with Jason to check out the cabin prior to Dro coming home, in my opinion. Uh-oh. So you think this was another time possibly? Okay. I believe they took Lulu words about him being at the hotel. Tyrone was never at the hotel before the incident. Another reason why she ain't give him that phone. Oh. So do you think that the whole hotel thing is off? But didn't Polo say that allegedly someone tried to come into the hotel, remember? And check in with Dro's card, and they didn't take it because they needed his ID. Y'all remember that? Because that's coming back to my remembrance. Them dates are most definitely off for sure. They called Dro. Dro was at Papa John's. Let me see what word you were trying to use. Claim. They claimed Dro was at Papa John's. If they never seen footage of Tyrone being there, they can't say he was there. Yeah, they're saying that I guess on the footage they've seen, they see him walking in, walk out, walk back in, get the order, and walk back out. But my thing is it Dro in those videos? But without us looking at it, it's hard for us to confirm that. You see what I'm saying? Just like these people on paper are saying that they heard Dro yelling. Well, how would they know it was Dro? That's a very good point. If they've never seen Dro, you don't know whose voice that was. So when they're looking at these videos, even if they see Lulu's car, do you know that that's actually Dro or not? Is the video close enough for you to see that, oh yeah, that's him? Is the video clear? Okay, what about his stance? Is it the way he walks? What did he have on in the videos? I would be asking, if they're not going to show the video, I would be asking them these detailed questions about the video. What did he have on? You said he was putting a shirt on. What kind of shirt? Okay, what kind of shoes he had on? I would be asking those questions. When he went into the pizza place, what was he wearing? What was his demeanor? What was his stance? How close? How far away? Did they ever talk to any witnesses there at the pizza place? Did they ever talk to the front desk people at the hotel? None of that is in the police report. Yes, she has. Okay, so let me show y'all this video. It doesn't have sound. This is Lulu. Pitch black. Now, this here on the table, y'all, is a welcome kit. So this lets us know it had to have already been a fresh room. Okay. It already, my husband, it already had to have been a fresh room. Okay. Because they clean, the bed is made up. She's going to show the bathroom and all of that. And they lay out a map of the area. Okay. They give you your personal map. They give you fire starter. They have this personal note here. So it has to have been a fresh room. The whole thing is which check-in time. Because if this was when they first got there, it is pitch black outside. Okay, so it had to have been nighttime. So was this when they got there? Was it like on the 24th nighttime? Okay, but weren't they leaving the Wawa? Like, that's a long trip. Or was it another night time after Dro and her, all of that had happened, and Dro was in the hospital, and did she go back to the hotel, and that's when everything was cleaned up, and hey, a new reservation, okay, because she would have left that night to go back to the hotel, to the cabin. It would have had to been a nighttime. And ain't no way I would be there by myself in that pitch black. I need to start pulling jail calls. Someone talk to a friend or something. This is crazy. Okay. I remember, but so many lies. Who knows exactly at this point? I'm like, well, I mean, is that part true? I'm tired of them. Okay. I was a millionaire. I was a millionaire Lady Tara and asked her, can she read on Dro? And she said Dro came to her and she said right then, about a month ago, she said Lulu keeps doing spells on him and Lulu was lying. Wow. That part right there, I think she did need to get back there and get something she left behind. And she called cabin boy to ensure she had access. Ooh, okay, check this out. All evidence GPD got is third party. Exactly. People sending them videos of someone recorded. All police departments can get the original footage regarding a criminal investigation. And that's what I'm saying. In this report, it seems like all GPD did was follow up on leads. Nothing originated with them. Okay. They looked at this as an accident and it never quite got turned over to a criminal case. One detective did see, wanted to code it as a suspicious death, but he noticed reports and things had already been leaked and got out. I don't know how it got out to the sister and so forth. So it never quite turned into suspicious death. It stayed as this accident. Okay, come on now. Hey, Sheila, good morning. All right, so let's continue with this video. Same nails. Did y'all catch her pose at the end, though? Check out her pose at the end. Now watch her pose. This the scary part, y'all. That there, That pose there, she in the mirror, she got on a black jumpsuit right here, and she has that same hairstyle. Y'all see she has that same hairstyle with the bun on top. She has that black jumpsuit, and she's doing the whole peace sign. Okay? Sheila must be behind in the chat. She said I was jamming. I mean in the video. Okay. All entities involved are keeping all video footage on lock. Dirty lawyers, law enforcement, and I'm reading the wrong thing. Her dirty ops. Plus, on the Neotera, she said, Dro said his mom be having meetings at a hotel for strange thing because she habits. Wow. She said I was jamming. The video giving me weird vibes. Yes. Okay. Girl, you see she holding up the peace sign with that black outfit. She has the same hairstyle and the same nails. So it had to have been the same trip. Either this was before they got in there, but no sign of Dro in the video. He's not there. We can't hear nothing. There's no sound on the video, but she's recording it, right? With no one else in there but her. So it would have been either when they got there or Dro was already in the hospital and she went back and then added this video later on to make it look like it was on the 26th. Now, the only reason I say that too is we were looking at, me and Nothing But the Truth, were looking at some of the videos and pictures on Facebook. That was also edited, y'all. Okay, it was edited after the fact. Some pictures were added to the post. Now, take in mind into account, we have already clocked that someone has access to Dro's account information. Okay, that information has been now, it seems like, released to his sister too, because she's a co-collaborator, okay, on his account, his Instagram. She was able to share posts on his page. So Lulu is probably giving that information out. Or they may have already had it and just wanted to add that photo. But Lulu definitely liked it. She's definitely watching. Okay, she's watching their pages. She knows what's going on. When we heard that lady on Gigi Live, I was going to cry because I knew it and this video is spooky. Exactly. And I never knew there were 2 windows in that bathroom. Okay. Hey, Angela, welcome. Yep, mission accomplished. That's what it's given. It is what it is. Okay, because girl, you too happy if this was after Dro was in the hospital. Not that you let your real self out. See, all that fake. You just saw that. All the glasses and the humble. We're just trying to call him to give him his gift. That voice she goes into, girl, it is all a front. The real you came out. Okay, the real you. See, I think this was after the fact. You mean to tell me both Jason and the family said, Lulu said she went back to the cabin, so both of them got it wrong? Like, that part stands out to me. Lulu was not at T-Mobile for 2 hours. And you know what? Nothing but the truth. I was looking at that router picture last night, and something's off with that whole T-Mobile thing too. Talking about, they ain't never even said anything about footage from a T-Mobile. Okay, my thing is, what was the point of that picture? It was those were random pictures in a case file. Okay, we didn't need to see a router, and it was daytime out there. All those people standing around. Who are all those people? What was so important about that router? And why would they randomly just be taking a picture of a router when they could have seen all that in the pictures at the hospital? So was this when she walked up? Who would be thinking about a router? What was that about? I started thinking about that thing last night. I was like, now it's daytime. It's people standing around holding a random router. Okay, taking pictures of it. We see a pink T-Mobile bag for what? How did that fit in with what happened to Dro? Okay. Now, unless y'all trying to tell me she used a router to hit him upside his head, I could see that being in there. But what was the router picture in there for? She said Dro was with someone else. She could have met him at Papa John's. Dro ain't seen getting in her car. He could have met with someone else. That's what I've been saying. Like, they never did see that on camera. At this point, anything is possible. Someone could have picked Dro up from the cabin. That's why no one's seen him leaving. Okay. Let's see. She went back to the cabin, like she told Jason, at the hospital. And now in this report, the family stated that as well. Okay. They stated that as well. I picked up on that. Now let's see here. Where did I leave off? Okay, so yeah, that record has been sealed. The family advised Kiara tends to spaz out and becoming violent and out of control. Senior advised he normally speaks with Kiara by text. Senior advised he asked Kiara why she did not call him, and Junior got hurt, to which Kiara said Senior's phone was off. Uh-oh. Now, was his phone off the reason why Dro couldn't get in contact with him, allegedly? Is she telling the truth about this part? I don't know. Okay, I don't know, because allegedly Dro was trying to get in touch with him too. Did Lulu know that and now using that as proof of why she didn't call? And that really bothers him because he brought it up in his recent live. Senior advised his phone was never off. Uh-oh. And believes Kiara was lying about calling him. The police said, I offered everyone the opportunity to write a statement, to which Shanna advised she would write a statement and completed it on scene. Shanna swore everything was truthful and accurate. Based on information obtained, I notified our criminal investigations division, to which they responded to the business. Now, remember, he was also provided a phone. They listened to the phone calls, I should say, with Gabe and with Art. So he did put this on here. He said, I was provided a phone by a family member and Gabriel Norton was on the other end. Gabriel advised it should have been he spoke with Junior as he was on the way up to the cabin and reported there being a verbal disturbance between Junior and Kiara over suspected infidelities. Gabriel advised he stayed on the phone with Junior and that after they seemed fine. Gabriel advised he spoke with Junior last on December 26th around 7 p.m. Gabriel was asked by Senior if Kiara was known to drive, to which Gabriel said no. Junior always drives. Gabriel advised on the 26th when he spoke with Junior, everything seemed fine. Gabriel advised he normally hears from Junior every day, but did not hear from him after this time. The family also put me in touch with Arthur Morgan. Arthur reported speaking with Kiara, and she advised they were going to a hotel after leaving the cabin. Okay, now y'all see how that just was two sentences, but when we actually listened to it for ourselves, we heard so much more. Okay, y'all see how these reports do not encompass everything. Okay, so this is why we want to see the body-worn camera footage from GPD and that interview with Lulu, because it's probably going to tell a more complex story. When you actually can hear it, you can see body movements, all of that for yourself. Also, how Jason said she didn't say nothing to him, yet she told him that she was going to get her stuff from the cabin. Clock in London. Caught him in another lie. Okay. How did you know that? If Dro got a router, he would have paid for it and she would have picked it up. That didn't take 2 hours. Exactly. And that lady said 2 girls and one had a puff-like ponytail and looked at her hair in this photo. Oh, that's a good point. Because she does have a puff at the top. She kept that same hairstyle. That's true, Sheila. Hey, Angela, I sent a message on yesterday to inform you Jason used that car show video from December 2024, not December 2025. The only reason he used that video because he was seen in the video. I didn't see him in the video. Yeah, and I could tell that, it wasn't a live video with him talking and showing people. Like, this guy was recording. He was recording the cars at the car show. Hey VP, VP said there were flyers in the console. Router was broken. YouTube page taken down. Okay, but some people said that his page was gone because I was asking that question for anyone that had been following him. Hey Becca, if his page was up, prior to the trip, because she said that it was taken down July of that year, 2025. Could be a different cabin already clean that she took pictures of. I mean, Cabin Boy seems to be a buddy. Possibly. I'm trying to see, do we have any inside photos? I don't think that. Oh, wait. Yeah, we do. Let's see if it looks the same. It's going to be hard. I don't think it encompasses the whole thing on the inside. Kind of just showed the bed area. They never showed the bathroom part. It shows the bed area, the kitchen. But she put it with those photos from that trip. Let's see. Plus, Rainfire said a brown skinned dude with dreads and tattoos and drove were fighting. I did hear about that. Shout out to T Lady. If y'all would like to support the channel, you could also send complimentary donations or tips. We don't bring enough heat to the mama. She's been very quiet since issuing her order of silence to the following. She seems to have people in her son's circle. Oh, yeah. Definitely that. And I did find that video. Baby, shout out to Gigi. Baby, Gigi was on it. She was capturing moments. I ain't forgot. Just because I don't talk about stuff don't mean I don't have a date set aside for it. I can't talk about everything in one live, but definitely I want to come live last night and just let y'all see that live when she was crashing out, y'all. Okay. I was like, I never saw this live. Woo, child. Ooh, it goes in line with a lot of stuff, y'all. That she was seeing that video. And then up here flossing with Dro's truck. Every time I be like, oh my gosh. I just shake my head like, oh, that's a whole other conversation. Okay, let's finish this one because I want to show y'all something. So then it says that the family reiterated that the injuries to Junior did not match the stories Kiara was given on what happened. Specifically, that Junior fell down as Junior's hands were well manicured and the injuries to his head were substantial. So the investigation was turned over to CID. Tyrone Sr. was provided a victim's rights brochure with the case number written on it. Okay. Now, I wanted to read this one for the simple fact that it was by another officer. And there are some things that every time a different officer says something, they add other details that are not a part of one officer's narrative. Okay. So in this one, they both kind of talked about Tyrone's, situation right here, saying pretty much that the family told him he was found on I-75 in Alachua County with blunt force trauma to his head and he had no brain activity. Okay. Now, something I want y'all to know in this paragraph, it states that Sergeant Whitaker advised that supposedly a verbal disturbance occurred on December 27th at this campground between Tyrone Jr. and his girlfriend, Kiara Davis. Now, it is noted that there were no calls of service for law enforcement on that date regarding a disturbance. Sergeant Whitaker said that the family said that Kiara's story has some inconsistencies. Okay. Now, once again, in this next paragraph, it says that Shanna said they were made aware of a disturbance involving Tyrone Jr. and Kiara that occurred on December 27th at the campground. Tyrone Sr. advised that Tyrone Jr. was found somewhere near I-75 in Alachua County. Sr. advised the hospital had to register Tyrone in as a John Doe because he was found with no identification and Kiara wasn't around. We already said that part is not true. He did have his ID. Tyrone Sr. advised after Tyrone Jr. arrived at the hospital, that's when Kiara arrived sometime after. Tyrone Sr. advised that the doctor said Tyrone Jr. suffered from blunt force trauma to the front of his head and had no brain activity. Now, in this statement, Senior is saying that Tyrone had blunt force trauma to the front of his head, okay? But did not mention, to the back because, hey, that's where the blood was coming from. So I was a little surprised that it was stated to the front and then not to the back. She went and got that car wash clean. And God knows where else, because it's a lot of time that she's missing. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Angels. She said, I hope you bloggers can help my friend. Her story is similar to Tyrone. She had supposedly jumped out of a car, but Memphis police wrote it up as an accident, stayed in trauma 5 months. Wow. What is your friend's story, or the name, I should say? Is any of the information helpful in reopening the case? Seems like we find out more, but who is spearheading trying to get it reopened, if anyone? Just asking. Well, supposedly a family member that comes into the chat, I don't see her in here right now, but she said that supposedly they have some new evidence that has been presented about the phones, some new phones that popped up. I don't know what kind of phones. I don't think it was the original phones. And then a new witness that is going forward and talking by the name of Katrina. Now, I don't know who's spearheading because I thought the activist was, but I haven't heard her speak on it in a while. I know that Natalie, the cousin, she has spoken out some. So I don't know where all of it stands. I'm doing my due diligence in case some people want to utilize the questions and the information that we're finding to submit that to GPD, or if they happen to listen, because it's going to take the family and the PI activists in order to do that. Okay, that's going to be the issue. Like, who's actually going to take the things that we find? And hey, like I said, justice be served in however justice, that may look different in certain situations. Will we actually get to the bottom and it's found out who done it? Now, my thing is, some people may not serve jail time or whatever, but justice will be served. Okay. God said, vengeance is his and he will definitely repay. And I just believe that. She probably throwing magic at the girl, you silly. Okay. Is the timestamp. I took photos. I viewed this video about 20 times. Can you go to that video and go straight to the time frame? Which one, Angela? You said what kind of video? I'm lost on that part. I'm sorry. I missed something. I'm so sorry. I think I was over here reading. Okay, so he talked about the front of the head. Okay, so then Shanna and Tyrone Sr. advised Kiara's stories kept changing, and they felt like there were several inconsistencies with her story. And then I asked if the two had any family or knew anyone up in this area, and they both said no. Okay, now we heard that allegedly Art was near Gainesville, okay, which is why the family asked him to go to the hospital. That's what they're saying. So I'm not sure if anyone lives near Gilchrist, okay. Then it kind of talks more about the jumping out of the vehicle. Hold on, I'm on here. And then here, I don't know if y'all can see mid down that first paragraph, it says they mentioned that Kiara said something about Tyrone Jr. jumping out of the vehicle. And according to his injuries would not have been sustained by jumping out of a vehicle. Tyrone Sr. advised that there were scratch marks on the back of Tyrone Jr.'s neck. And appeared to be from someone's fingernails. Now, had y'all heard that before? Because I hadn't heard that. Okay, put a 1 in the chat if you've heard anything about fingernail marks on the back of Tyrone's back. I hadn't heard that until this particular report. Tyrone Sr. and Shanna advised that they believe something suspicious is going on, and they are trying to find answers on how Tyrone Jr. ended up like he is. See the history of domestic violence with the two, and Kiara being the primary aggressor. Okay. Now, there's one thing I wanted to show y'all. Okay. Now, this particular report, because it's a reason I'm showing y'all. Okay. After the family member had mentioned that there was a potential witness, the name sounded familiar. Okay. So it's always a reason when I show certain things. After I hear certain things, it prompts me to think of something, or somebody might put a clue under my videos and then I'll look into it. So when she said Katrina, I was like, that name sounds familiar. Okay. So let me show y'all this. This is in GPD's report. All right. So here it says in this last paragraph, there's a section about GPD. Now, this is Detective Dose. Okay. These are his notes. They're GPD. And he stated that on January the 7th, hold on one second, y'all. Okay. So, okay. Oh, okay, Angela, I'll go in 1 second. All right. So right here it says, on January the 7th, I spoke with Katrina Thompson over the phone. Katrina was staying at a cabin near the one where Tyrone and Kiara were staying in Gilchrist County. So Katrina said on December 27th at approximately 12:50 hours, she heard a female yelling. Okay. Now, what time did, I'm going to see who been paying attention. What time did I tell y'all the clock in the other report? Who remembers that time? I'm going to see if y'all been paying attention. I told y'all to clock a time. Okay. Because in this report, it says 12:50. Okay. Now remember, they're supposed to be getting up out of there. They have a late checkout. They're supposed to check out at 11. But in Gilchrist reports, it said, thank you, London, keeping up. Come on now. Okay. It said 1:40. In this report, it says 12:50. In the other report, how many people did it say? Who clocked the number of people? Did it say overheard this incident? Oh, Ray, it was 1:40 in the other one. Let's see. Stephanie said maybe that's not what he stated, but what they put in the report to create situations of confusion. A play on words can shift the narrative. Think lack of info and misinfo in reports. Yep, that's true. Definitely true. Because I was like, I ain't never heard nothing about fingernail marks. Okay. I'm just observing this in the report. Now, in the Gilchrist report, it said 2 people. In this report, it said Katrina, 1 person. Okay. I still go back to this though. Where did this person come from? Because remember, there was no official police report taken there. According to, hey, I'm just only going by, according to what they put in their paperwork in Gilchrist, they said that the police were not called. There was no official paperwork. Remember, they also, Donald said that before they could release that information that the police would have to get a subpoena. So how would someone know the witnesses? How did this detective know who to call? Because for one, it said 2 people. This one says 1. And this one actually has a name. So unless a subpoena was like gotten and they went and got the names, the police department went and got the names of the witness. I don't know where the other one went. Whether that could be how there's now a name, GPD, did they talk to them and finally get a name? But what happened to the other person? Okay, so that's a little confusing. The times are also confusing. Okay, so then this person says, because I want y'all to see, this one is more on making Lulu look a certain type of way. The other one was making Jerome look a certain type of way. Okay, so then it says, Katrina said on December 27th at approximately 12:50 hours, she heard a female yelling and a male trying to calm her down. Katrina later heard more yelling of, "You're no good. You never listen to me," and "chill out." After the yelling, she saw a white SUV driving the wrong way on a one-way road in the campground. Okay. Now, I also question, how did Katrina know it was Dro's voice? Because it still goes back to that. How could you match a voice with someone you never saw? Okay. And then now there's this white vehicle going the wrong way down a one-way, okay, in the campground. Katrina said the white SUV parked near her campsite and sat for a little bit before leaving. And I want to know, another wondering is, how far away was Katrina's campsite to Dro's? Because they're all not side by side, y'all. It's not like a hotel room, okay, where you could hear the people next door like they're in the hallway clowning. No, it's not like that. But one, you are outside in the woods, and they're not just close together like that, okay? So that would be a question. How far was your camp to theirs, okay? And sat for a little bit before leaving. Katrina said the driver looked like a female, but the windows were too tinted for her to see if anyone was in the passenger seat. So this witness couldn't even see really inside of the vehicle. If it's the same Katrina. Okay. This one couldn't even really see inside the vehicle. She thought it was a female on the inside, but couldn't tell if it was a passenger in the car. Stephanie said, reports are only as honest as the people filling in the information, and I vote dirty cops, lawyers helping. Lulu may have been on a cell phone call on speaker arguing with someone. No one ever saw Dro, and we don't know who she was arguing with. Just a thought. Right. And that's come up too before. The video of the car show Jason used to cover himself is an old video from December 2024, not December 2025. The guy that video belongs to put it up on live yesterday when you posted your live to show them. Oh, wait. So did he see that I showed that video, Angela? So he claiming his video? Wait a minute. Are you saying that he's claiming his video, that he trying to say that that's not Jason's video? Girl, I'm going to be done. Crooked and wicked world we live in. Right, T-Lady? Oh, my God. So that's why I want to show y'all in this, because I'm not going to go through that whole report, y'all. Okay. Wait, I want to hear what Angela got to say about this video. Let me show y'all the one she's talking about. Now, that would be funny if that guy got wind that his video is being used, oh my gosh. Let me see what she said. She hasn't responded yet. Okay, I'm waiting on you, Angela. Okay, let me log into my TikTok. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be done. Because see, y'all never know who watching these videos. I'm going to be honest. You never know who watching these videos. Okay, let me find that video. I think this is the one right here. And I didn't want to play the sound because it has music. Yo, hey, we need him as a witness. Okay. This the one Jason trying to say, this the one on the 26th, this particular one. And see how it's someone recording at the car show. This not just somebody live. Okay, right. We need to find that guy. Too many smooth criminals involved in this case. Hello. Hey, J. Rose, welcome. The unfortunate thing is all the narratives make it hard to decipher the truth. I pray that the people who did this will get theirs because the police won't get to the truth. Right, J. Rose. But you know what? The more I feel like, too, the more we go back and pose certain questions, we are walking through, like Paula say, walking it down. We're walking through some of this just with the stuff that we have. See, they thought by holding back the interview with Lulu or the other interviews, they're like, or the body worn camera footage, all of that stuff is going to stop. No. What we do is we take it back because now we know other stuff from these GPD reports, and we go back and listen to stuff again. The more you listen to things, and now I feel like some more dots have been connected. We are debunking lies, okay? Because some of this stuff that's been told to us from the beginning have been lies. You have to debunk stuff and really get to the root. And I think that everyone's putting their minds together. We're seeing certain things and all of that. It is really, to me, helping my thought process because I have to go to the beginning. I missed some stuff. I clearly missed some things in the beginning of this. I'm going to be honest. So I've heard people say certain things, that there was a video. It wasn't until I went and looked for myself and I finally found that video and I was like, this not Jason. So this the video he was using to prove an alibi. So then about the text messages, I didn't even realize that on that receipt, it said 3 replies, but the replies have been deleted. Okay, until someone brought that up yesterday. And I was like, wow, I didn't even notice that, you know? So it's different things as we look into this. And I feel like it's still getting justice for Dro, even if we know the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like we're doing him an injustice to just stop knowing that he didn't jump from a moving vehicle. But for some reason, things that have been put out there, these people are going to be exposed if nothing else. Okay, so for the real ones that Dro had around him, gonna see the snakes. They gonna definitely see the snakes. If anything is, and hey, you know, street justice, people don't play when it comes to certain stuff. Dro had some people that really cared for him and really loved him, but he did have a lot of snakes around him. He really did. And if anything, I'm definitely about that. I don't like when good people are being mistreated like that, or you feel like you hide something, getting away with something. No, that drives me, because if I can have a hand in helping this man and show y'all who y'all really are, I'll do that. I definitely will, because that's messed up. He did not deserve that. And then you got people flaunting his stuff. Like, girl, that part. I was like, yeah, he really did. He really had a clean one. I looked at that yesterday too. Okay, so timestamp 2427. 2427. I don't have that whole video. That would be too long. No, I didn't play the. Are you talking about on my live 2427 or this video? Because this is not a long video of his. OB, the very first report the police put out had the mom and sister. Yes, it did. I brought that up too. It had both of them on it as others involved. Yeah. And then her name, see, y'all got to clock stuff because it's a reason behind everything. Why is it the mom's name disappeared? Okay. How is it she has a lot of pull with folks to, oh, they're going to shut down, not give another side of the family info? How is it she can tell Lulu and Jason allegedly to not reach out and they do it? Who has that kind of pull? I'm just wondering. I don't know these people. I'm going by what's in the reports and what folks saying in their videos. Okay. Her name was listed on there originally. I remember seeing it with my own eyes. So when we got the official report and I'm looking, I said, wait a second, something has changed. Why is her name not on here? Who has pull like that? Right, J. Rose. 24-27. Polo Jason called a female and asked her how was the weather to send him a video of that event. So Jason lied and really wasn't there. Exactly. Yeah, right, J. Rose. They need to give us a salary, child. Thanks, Pamela. I can't see it. It might be one of the gifts, but thank you for your support. I appreciate that. They'll never get away with it because God knows and sees all. Exactly. That part. It was on one of Polo's lives when he was first checking things out, finding out all the lies that he was catching them in. Okay. She said, walk us down, sis. Okay. Look, Polo probably said, y'all late to the show. I mean, it's taken my thought process, I guess, to think through some of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've heard about certain things, but until I actually put my eyes on it and really like matching some stuff with what we've seen or now what this or that, now I'm able to kind of connect some stuff in my mind. Because I kept saying, man, it's a lot of missing time in between Dro being found in this cabin. So then, okay, we hearing about, okay, there was a hotel. Oh, we're hearing about, okay, there was a pizza place. Then we got to hear all the other little stuff to connect some dots. Then I was hearing about a Wawa video. I'm like, what Wawa video? Then I go look for that. Then while I'm looking for that, I'm like, okay, wait, what? Like, who is these people? You know, so it's like I had to go through my own thought process. This is what the investigators supposed to be doing. Okay, they are supposed to be looking in. They have more power than us, all of that, to get certain things and all of that. Okay, if they really want to get justice for Dro, you're going to have to do the footwork. You're going to have to look into some statements, questioning everybody, okay, that could have played a part in this or that had some knowledge, not just played a part in it, but knowledge. And you know what? I'm going to say this. This is something else that's getting on my nerves too. And I'm going to be honest, this is real talk, because there are people that claim that they love Dro, that are a part of his family, I don't care what side, that know the truth, but you are withholding information as to what could lead the police to crack this case. You know, because y'all be saying, oh yeah, y'all on it, y'all doing this. Well, if y'all know the full truth, can somebody go to GPD and tell them the full truth? Okay, I don't care if it's family, friends, because to me, that's messed up. You're not really helping with justice if you are withholding information that's key to this case. I don't care who it is. I'm just saying, family, friends, community, if you have knowledge, you're not doing any kind of justice for Dro if you are withholding information. You don't have to tell us. You just need to tell the authorities. You should be Dro's voice in this. If I'm just being honest, it shouldn't be content creators. It should be the very people that claim that they love Dro, that have information about anybody. Go and give them that information. That's the part that really bothers me. It's really bothering me because it's a lot of people that know they waiting on us to find it. Why y'all got to do that when y'all could have done, if you know XYZ, go to the police yourselves and go turn in the information. It shouldn't take content creators trying to figure this thing out. And it's so sad. I mean, I want us to, you know, because I feel like I'm doing justice or whatever on behalf of him and doing my due diligence because I want to. Okay, not that I have to do this. I feel like I want to, And so I just hate that. And I'm not calling out any specific people or anything like that. I'm just saying if anyone has any information that could lead to justice for Dro, to getting this case reopened. If you know people lying, go tell. I don't care if that's your favorite person. Okay, who you protecting? That's what I'm just wondering about. It's like we're trying to protect people in this. You can't protect people and still try to get justice for Dro. I'm just not understanding that. And I think that part really, really bothers me, that there are people out here that proclaim to love Dro, that's holding on to information that could help crack this case and help get this case reopened. And because they have loyalty to certain people for whatever reasons, they're not speaking up. They're not speaking out about it. They are holding on to the information. Okay, but if Dro meant anything to you, I'm pleading to, even if it's to Lulu, to Jason, to whoever, mama, daddy, whoever, okay, knows of what could have happened, really happened to Dro, please go and tell it to the proper authorities. Put it in writing, put it out there, okay, and let it be real justice for him. He deserves that, like seriously. I didn't know him personally. We've come to know Dro through his videos, watching that. Okay, and I'm speaking from my heart. This man has kids that have to live. I saw the love on their faces, they have for their dad. If you look at their videos, and the way he felt for them in all of his videos, he pretty much was saying he wanted to take care of his kids. He loved his kids. Okay, do it for the kids, so they can get the truth of what happened to their father. I even think about Romika Meek's son. When I see him in pictures, y'all, it makes me want to cry because I know that little boy is wondering, where is his mom? She dropped him off and never picked him up. He's never seen his mom again. He has to process that for the rest of his life. And I know how close, based off of the videos and pictures that we've seen, they were so close. So although he has people that love him around him, I know his father wants to be back in his life. Nothing or no one can ever replace mama. I don't care how they try. He wants his mom. And it breaks my heart that she's no longer here. Okay, so what justice can be served for Romika on her behalf? And her family is her voice. They show up, they show out. They're at the court, they're protesting, they do whatever, working with people, working with the supporters. It just breaks my heart, man. That's like a real talk moment. Like seriously, it really just breaks my heart. The yellow car in that video. Oh yeah, the yellow car. Okay, you talking about this part? Okay, are you saying the guy right here? Because this I figured out when I saw the reflection, that you could tell that wasn't Jason in the reflection. Now, are you saying this is the guy who did a live or something? Angela, I'm trying to figure out what you're saying, sis. Miss Lady T said, you better preach. OB, me too. That grinds my gears, sis. Dro was bright light, and his light was disturbing their demons. Yes. Man, that man was trying to get away. He was trying to live his life. You could tell he was hurt, trying to work through grief. Okay. Nobody really showing up for him and all of that stuff. Even in his last moments, trying to call people, can't get in touch with them. We heard the one with Jason for ourselves. But yet y'all want to post and stuff. What were you doing? He couldn't get in touch with you. You had his vehicle. He was trying to be a blessing. Oh yeah, because it got music on there. But we do know Lulu and her crew watch. And I know they can't stand me, girl. Okay, I mean, I just wanted to have an innocent, open conversation with you and your house. Girl, you crazy. How that name came up out there, report, baby, clock it. Okay. When I kept saying this in the beginning, people thought I was tripping. I knew it. It's like I can see through the lies. Yes. Hey, Bless Winks, welcome. She said, yes, we have went to GPD. Okay. She said, I told you that the case is going. Yes, you did say that. I'm hoping so, though. I'm hoping so. And I just hate that it took so long. Hey, SF, welcome. That it took so long for people to kind of speak up. It just seems like certain things turn into something else in this whole process where it did not have to be that way. Certain things were lies that we've had to debunk. So it's like those kind of things I think can be frustrating. And I'm not speaking to the ones that have been, because some people do stuff in the background that you don't even know that they're doing. Shout out to those people that have been in the fighting for justice. So this does not apply to those people, but to the ones I'm talking to, family, friends, anyone with info that could help in this case, and that you love Dro, do that for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, be the voice. Like, if you have a platform, why not use your own platform to talk about Dro and expose inconsistencies and expose the ones who had something to do with it? Okay, because there are some people that he was cool with that was saying they don't believe he jumped from a moving vehicle. But when was the last time we've heard from them justice for Dro? Like I said, Gabe constantly brings up Dro and his brother. He does constantly from his platform. Some people barely. You barely see stuff. Okay. So it does show. It does show if you really for that. And some people really for other stuff. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so go on at Ace One Whips. Okay, let's see. On Ace One Whips. That's gonna be so funny. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm on there, Ace One Whips. I don't see a lot of videos though. Let me show y'all. On the right. Let's see, do they have multiple pages? Is it? Y'all give me 1 second. I'm looking through something. If I go through here, ooh. Oh. Wait a second. Wait a second. Okay. Angela, I think I see something you were talking about. Oh, yeah. Bless Wings. I already know they dropped the ball. Okay. GPD, I wouldn't ask them for nothing but a thorough investigation because clearly they need to X out everything they got on here, child. They ain't do nothing. All right. Okay, so y'all know the one I showed y'all with Jason, that video. So she's saying this guy, this is this guy, his car, that's the same guy. It sure is same car. Oh my, his car was up in there. Oh, and oops, see, Jason is following this guy too. I see his name down there. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, say something. You know something, right? Mm-hmm. Plus, they've been lying to what didn't add up this whole time. That's why I had to chill on them. Child, I don't know. And we not talking. I don't know who Blessed Winks is. I'm not talking about everyone, but there are. We must admit there are some people that are quiet on some information that they know is just not being fair, being lie, and then the line too. Okay, yeah, we're a little late to the party on some stuff. They definitely was in their ear. Let's see, those police were dirty. Mm. It's how gangs feel covering up something they are treating us dirty. Uh-huh. It's like, don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what we were clocking. Is something's not right. And for names to be on a document and then not on it, that's the thing. How we do that? Who has pulled like that? Okay. It's frustrating. You are right in your assessment and feeling. Anyone who knows anything, no matter what, should do what's right to include. Dirty cops. Yep. The lawyers, dirty lawyers, ops, all of that. They literally was sucking the life out of him, all of his positive energy. All he wanted was to be loved, and the mom used that to her advantage. God don't like ugly and said, touch not my anointed in Jesus' name. Right. That's what I meant when I said yesterday it'd be helping us get the case open. Believe me, they're watching certain channels. Okay. So that kind of answers Jay Rose's question because she was saying, does any of this help? And I'm like, hey, I mean, if anything, I hope it would help pose some questions, some things to look into. You know, if we are here talking about it, but hey, I'm just trying to do my due diligence and I really want this to be solved. I really want this man to get justice. So whatever that takes or encompass, I will utilize my platform for that, towards that cause, you know. And so I don't know who watches. You just never know. Like Angela said, this guy, he saw that video being shown yesterday, and that's his car. He was in the video that Jason had on his page, like trying to give him an alibi. That is crazy work. And that shows y'all that I wasn't lying when I said that those videos look like someone records these car shows and he just screen recorded certain ones and put it on there multiple days. That's what he did. So the first one that I showed y'all was December 26th, right? Okay. This one, let me show y'all, it was December 27th. Okay, let me show y'all. And that proves it right there with that guy. Those are probably his videos. Check this out. Now he's saying he was here on December 27th. You can't hear his voice, his number music. It's a guy recording the car. It's not Jason. That's one of the guy's cars right here that was. We go. See? So you weren't here on the 27th, sir. He's not even here. That's what he was trying. Nice try, Jason. Okay. Nice try. It's disgusting how a system built to protect us is the same system that is really against us. Say that again. The justice system is a joke. Yes, it really is. Y'all was looking at that video yesterday. Y'all, it just made me want to, oh my gosh, it made me so upset. I had to not, my husband said he couldn't even watch it. With the one cop, there was a lady having a mental health crisis. So they were trying to arrest her. Well, I guess she's resisting because she's like, where's the warrant? And she's a little skinny lady. This white cop, he's taking this lady, knocks her to the ground. Y'all punching her like she's a man. multiple times, like about 7, 8 times. His partner walks over to him, grabbing on him, trying to get him to stop. He was punching her that much till he couldn't stop himself. His own partner was trying to help him. They have this lady's bloody mugshot. He needs to be in jail, not just fired, but in jail. The same system that's supposed to serve and protect you are sometimes the same ones that's out to get you and hurt you. It's so sad. So sad. Just know we're praying for you all to get the answers, but more importantly, someone be held accountable for what happened to Dro. We're all about justice, not blaming folks. Right. I agree, J. Rose. I definitely agree with that. That man said, don't put me in that beat. Okay, girl, that man said, that ain't me. Don't put me in that biz. Okay. Yeah, where was Jason? Okay, because now you don't have an alibi. That's blown up. So where were you? Joe couldn't get in touch with you, and also no alibi, sir. Oops. So I don't know what Jason was, y'all. The system was built to beat us down, shut us up, but still we rise, we protect ourselves and each other, period. Okay, come on now. Right, exactly. It is what it is. Some of them wearing uniforms and not the hoods. Please, Queen, go on this video to pull it up and give the timestamp of the year it was made. This shows Jason is lying. Timestamp, you will see Jason on video. He used to clear himself 24. But where's the 24/27? I guess I'm confused on 24. Because that would be a long video if it was 24 minutes. But you said it's on. Did he have a live? Was it a Facebook live or a TikTok live? Because I don't think the TikTok lives stay up. I don't really know too much about those. And then I'm going to get off, y'all, because I got to run some errands. Hey, Monica, welcome. Let's see. Are we not going there first? That's why we're out here screaming for Dro. Close your eyes and imagine if this were a white man. Come on. Hello? Like on that movie, what was it with Samuel Jackson? Oh, shoot, y'all. What's the name of the movie? Y'all know which one I'm talking about. When he had the lawyer and he saw that the jury was white and he was describing what happened to the his little girl. And they picturing this and all of this. And then he said at the end, now imagine that she's white. And they open their eyes like, oh my gosh. See, some people are prejudiced and don't realize it. See, it's okay if it was black girl, but I want to put you in the mindset of if this was a white little girl, would you give the same answer, same verdict in that case? Okay. I'm telling you, some people, man, you got to show them how you're really thinking. You're biased. Then when the popo get caught, they move to another police department. Oh yeah, definitely. She said, I'm off my Black Power rant. And y'all, what is up with all these graduation fights? Man, I'm going to have to at least just do a live when we go through IG. Child, it was going down on IG yesterday. I had to get off. I said, this stuff's starting to mess with my spirit. Okay. It was all kind of fights. Then they had the police brutality incidents. I mean, not the kids fighting, the grown-ups fight. Okay, y'all out here fighting over seats and, oh, just ghetto. Okay. Just ghetto. But y'all, I am going to get off. We'll revisit that, Angela. I'm going to look for what you're trying to get me to find, and then we'll revisit that and go over, because I want to go over the mom's video as well. Okay, and some things that I'm noticing there also. So shout out to T Lady for gifting 5 memberships today. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, gotcha, Angela. Can you go live later? Because we cooking. Okay, Miss Lady T. Girl, I'm going to see. Okay, if not today, tomorrow, because I was supposed to take the kids somewhere later on. So we would definitely see. But girl, because that, like I said, I woke up this morning. That was one of the first things I started looking into. I'm like, wait a second. You know, and I start seeing little lies or indiscrepancies and so forth. So while it's fresh on my mind, I wanted to go live about that part Ray Ray says, so much to unpack here. I'm going to have to replay this live. Girl, it is a lot to unpack. And see, this turned into 3 hours. That's what I'm saying. I can't even go over everything in one live because that would be too long. People ain't gonna watch no 3 hour live, you know. So now some will, but try to be like, oh, that's a long live. So then I'm gonna just have to kind of shorten some of the main parts of it so everyone can see certain things I wanted to highlight. Hey, Nookie, welcome. That's why I try to take certain things and clip it as a short so some people can know, okay, this was like a general overview of the live. If you want to see the full live, you can click on this button. But thank you all so much for joining. I hope everyone has a happy Saturday. Yes. What you gonna say? Oh, and then my daughter wants to help us close. I thought she had a message. She said, whose video are we going? I don't know. I don't know who else is live. I haven't really been on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube this morning. I've been on Facebook, and I woke up and looked at that information. So I don't even know who's live, child. Just hit your YouTube home screen, and it'll pop up. But thank y'all so much for joining.
Make sure you hit the like button. Also subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell because you never know when I'm going to go live.
All right. Thank y'all so much. You heard it from Miss Justice. I love you all. Y'all have a great day. Until next time. Bye-bye.
You just flip through truth with the open book. If you felt that heat, like share and stay locked in. Another chapter done, but we far from finished. Truth on the mic, yeah, we handle business. Real talk, no fluff, just facts and fire. From the book to the block, we taking it higher. The open book, every voice matters, every lie shatters. Catch you next page.